You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
There we go. Liam Cohen, 39 years old, against Pete Carroll, 72 years old. I was watching some Pete Carroll stuff this week, and I was like, man, he's 72 years old, and the energy that guy still has to compete and coach and all that good stuff, he's still got it. God bless him. And a matchup of old and new, if you would, in Las Vegas on Sunday. Hey, everybody, welcome to Best Bet Jax here on Monument Road. World Poker Tour comes to Jacksonville for the next few weeks. Actually starts today, here the day before Halloween. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, and we are at the final table. That's where we host the show from. So if you ever come over to Best Bet Jax here on Monument Road, it's a huge place, and some of the activity has ongoing, but this is where everybody wants to end up. Mm-hmm. It's my favorite place to actually come do a remote because the lights are already here for us.
Yeah, man, it's very convenient.
It's
all the
selfish.
pressure. Yeah, well, yeah, and all the pressure here. You know, I've sat here for poker tournament for the Mark K thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where I got third, and yeah, there's a lot of, because I kept on, I think I told this story before, but like there's like built-in sensors in the table where they can show you like what you have before you even see it, like under the cards. And I kept like messing it up where I'd have my cards like off the sensor. So then like the commentators who were commentating, they're like, yeah, we're not really sure what he has, but we'll see what he does from there. So yeah, that was kind of my bad, man. That's my first, main table experience.
By the way, what else do they have around here after the weeks of?
Oh yeah.
See, you were privy. You're like, hey, get them away from everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was trying to strategize, man. I don't want any tells on the stream that was broadcasting to say what I had. No, I'm kidding.
Beware of people with glasses now.
There you go.
Or
yep.
contacts.
Yeah,
I guess it is. How about Pete Carroll, man? I think he scares me in this game more than the Raiders, actually, because he knows how to get those guys rolling. He's had a bye week, and I'm interested in this. And this is actually something we're doing for Countdown to Kickoff, and I just haven't looked it up yet, but we are days away from that, which we'll have live from Las Vegas on the road with the Jags, 11:30 CBS 47 on Sunday morning. And one of the things we're going to do is like, hey, it seems like if you're a good coach, your record after the bye week is usually really good. I don't know what Belichick's was, but right now we have Andy Reid, who's awesome after a bye week.
Sure.
The record is insane after a bye week. I know it. I don't even have to look it up. I think I just saw John Harbaugh really good after a bye week. My guess is guys like Tomlin and Carroll are pretty good. At McVay right now after bye weeks, really good. So
Bill Belichick,
it's
15
fascinating
and 7.
that they are. Is that all Belichick was? 15-7.
I think it would have been a little better. I mean, because I feel like his overall record is like so crazy.
Probably,
so, that is a little surprising.
A little bit of Cleveland maybe in there, and a little bit late New England in there because it wasn't great New England the last few years after Brady.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might have been at one time. It might have been a 15-3 run or something like that. You know.
Well, and does that count just bye weeks? Are you counting like Super Bowl weeks where they have an extra week probably to prepare?
Yeah.
That could.
They have
how
you want to characterize it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a good point. But what's fascinating about that stat to me is we know, like, really there's not a crazy amount of work that goes into a bye week. I think people have misplaced the idea of a bye week.
Okay.
It's really to refresh. I mean, most of the Jags if you went in the building Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you weren't going to find many people, if any people. They got away. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do stuff on the iPad and from home and everything else, and certainly gather yourself. But I guess what's the tactical advantage for a good coach? Or are you just winning those games because you're a good coach and your win-loss record's pretty good anyway?
Well, I mean, that has something to do with it, but I think when you take a look at you have an extra week, to kind of evaluate what you have as a coaching staff in terms of your players. Up until that bye week, it's just week in, week out. So you don't have a lot of adjustments to make just because you don't have time to. Like, you don't really have time to implement, like, a brand new philosophy, a brand new scheme per se, right? Like, you can kind of tinker things here or there, rotate guys in, but, like, you can't throw out the kitchen sink and start anew. I feel like with the bye week, it gives you a chance to evaluate your players a little more, maybe see what they do well, see what they're struggling at, and maybe tailor your offense or defense to that. And that's where I think really the bye week comes into play for coaches. And I think it's why you have guys like Andy Reid and guys like John Harbaugh that have a lot of success because I think they're masters of knowing what they have as a team and then, kind of self-reflecting a little bit and say, okay, well, what can we do to get better? How can we set our players up to succeed even more?
Yeah, it feels like an odd measuring stick, but it seems like a measuring stick. And maybe as we dig deeper into this, I will find out who maybe is a really good football coach, but not great after the bye week. I mean, there have got to be some examples of it to kind of upset this. But it is pretty fascinating. Some of the greats, certainly have done very well off extra weeks, bye weeks, etc.
Put it like this. Kansas City Chiefs, Andy Reid, he's kind of like the staple, the pillar of this conversation. If you look at who they have on their team, if you put Smith-Schuster now on, I don't care, on the Jaguars, is he going to have the same amount of success that he's had in Kansas City? No. Absolutely not. Can you say the same for Hollywood Brown right now, kind of, on the back nine? Absolutely not. But, that's a testament to Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs where he sees what he has, and then whether it's a bye week or whether it's just a week to prepare, he puts those players in positions to what they do best, and they have success because of it. And that, to me, is the major difference.
I have this thing called the internet, and so I just looked it up.
Nice.
It's pretty amazing. Andy Reid, 21-4, coming off a bye. Sean McDermott, this is where this raised the question for me. He's 8-0.
Okay.
And I think now he might be 9-0 because I think they just beat Carolina. That might have been coming off a bye week.
It was.
So they might be 9-0. Harbaugh 9-3. Mike Vrabel was 6-2 with the Titans. We'll see what he does with the Patriots. Belichick, you mentioned 15. I've got 15-6 here, but 15-7.
So these are just the bye weeks. These aren't playoff first
This
seeds?
was specific to come off a bye week in this question. Yeah.
Okay.
Not necessarily do you have that extra.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kirby Smart, 8-1 coming off the bye. So
there you
there's
go,
a college
Hamby.
example, Hamby, going into Florida, Georgia. Georgia, Florida. Mm-hmm. Hey, Hamby, do you get mad when we say Florida, Georgia? Does it ring your ears a little bit different? Are you that locked into it?
I mean, I definitely hear it, but at the same time, I know that this year that's correct because Florida's technically home. So
true.
But outside of the game,
so next year
game
you'll get
week,
mad at us.
Outside of the game week, though, if we're talking about this 6 months from now or 6 months ago, it's Georgia, Florida.
Yeah, I get it. You know what's interesting? We were going to do an Army Navy special on Friday night before the Army Navy game for the first time in Action Sports Jack's history. We're excited about it. We're going to do it out there at Mayport on location. Cool. Which we've done some other shows like Jaguars All Access out there, and it's always fun, cool experience to do it. So we're going to do an hour show on that Friday. I think it's December 12th. And so we were kind of curious. We were wondering a little bit about this, why doesn't Army Navy do that? Because they don't do Florida, Georgia, Georgia, Florida. They don't switch it around, And
just because spelling, A
I
comes first.
I was
before
thinking
N.
that, but I mean, I think we asked them. Of course, we're in a Navy town, and they don't even say it that way. They were telling us they're just it's Army Navy. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. That part doesn't bother them, where it doesn't bother a Georgia fan. You'll get corrected on it.
Yeah.
Do you know? Hey, Hamby, do you know if Texas, Oklahoma is like that?
What's the Red River?
Care? Or
rivalry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Red River rivalry, but do they care if
they don't
Oklahoma,
care.
Texas, or Texas, Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Do they say that, or do they just call it the Red River rivalry?
Yeah, I don't think they
when
call
people
it
say,
Oklahoma,
are you going to the
Texas,
Texas-Oklahoma game?
Texas-Oklahoma,
or are you going to the Red River rivalry game?
Yeah. Which is a hell of a tongue twister, by the way, for us.
Alliteration.
Microphone.
On
Red River rivalry,
there,
especially if you're from Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, I'm struggling through that one.
The other, speaking of words, hey, Hamby, can you say, actually, Austin, how do you say DRAWERS?
I can't say DR.
Drawers.
Drawers?
See, I can't say that word. It's the hardest word maybe
Drawers?
in the English dictionary for me with my
it's the R.
speech impediment / Rhode Island accent.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a really difficult word, so I don't say it.
Yeah.
I just don't even try to say it.
Yeah.
I had to for you right there.
No, I appreciate it.
Hamby, can you please say it?
Draws.
Jaws, huh?
Draws.
Hamby, you from New Jersey, eh?
Draws? No, that's
Jaws?
draws.
Hamby, what? Hey, pick one and stick with it.
That's what I'm saying.
You're all over the place.
So I said the same thing.
You went
every
Canadian.
time.
You went Jersey. Say it one more time.
He lost his draws.
It's Jaws. Hamby's got an L in there.
It's unbelievable.
Drawer. Yeah. So you're talking about are you referring to like your
Pants.
briefs or your
Well,
boxers,
this
or are
yes.
you referring to like drawers that you open up like in a bedroom?
He was referring to pants because we had a
Okay.
highlight that actually the kid's pants came down on Friday night.
It was,
And you showed it?
That was
Well,
on
he
the
had
game.
other stuff on under like.
But I'm saying, like, was that highlighted in the?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
scored a
great.
touchdown.
That poor kid.
No, he didn't care.
No,
It
he was-
great.
Oh, he scored a touchdown?
And
Okay, yeah,
best,
then it's cool.
Scored a touchdown. His offensive lineman ended up pulling up his pants for him.
Okay. This
It was
is a little more
It's a great
context.
highlight. You can
That's
go to
cool,
like
man.
Instagram and see it. We got it on, but it's
We'll
a fun
take that
highlight.
then. Okay.
But I
But
put
so
in the
this, how this
script.
came up Friday night.
I put it in the script. I said, I forget the kid's name. Scores a touchdown, lost his draws
Tyshawn.
on the way. And
Jaws.
and Brent goes to read it.
Well,
and
I
that's
did
saying-
the highlight. I did the highlight, and I wasn't saying that word. Listen, I mean, I've been doing this long enough where I can find words that aren't. I don't.
Oh,
say,
yeah.
You could put in the script shoulder surgery, and I won't say that either.
I won't
surgery
say
on the
Ibuka.
shoulder.
Yep. I'm just going to say
Yeah,
that
you
wide
shouldn't say
receiver.
Ibuka.
I'm just going to say that wide receiver from Tampa, who's a rookie, who's pretty good.
We know our downfalls, but then
Oh, yeah.
Hamby somehow this came up, and Hamby said that, and we were all like taken aback. We were shocked on Friday night. Like everything stopped in the sports office.
Yeah.
When Hamby said whatever
See,
he just tried to say.
It's crazy because like when he said, and I'm not hating on you, Hamby. I'm kind of jealous because like you have a little bit of a Jersey twang to it, but then you
It's
also
not-
added like some Zataran's like Creole seasoning where it's like a Louisiana thing you got. Like it's a great combination, man. I'm jealous.
No,
Can you
I
say
a-
it one
and
more
we-
time, please?
and
I
we
can
asked
save that. Make my
Marcel
ringtone.
too. We asked Marcel too, and he said draws,
Okay.
just like I did.
Yeah, but he didn't say it like you. Marcel's actually here right now, and he said it close to you, but you said it a different way.
You sound like Colonel Sanders when you say it.
Yeah, you're like, where's your family from again in Georgia?
Albany, Southwest.
All right.
Okay, so
because there are
that gets
different
a-
sections, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
of it. Like I did an interview with Sonny Seiler, who's really he was the breeder, I think, Hamby for.
Oh yeah,
is
yeah.
the best way to say it for UGA, right? So we
Oh,
did that
okay.
story years ago.
Okay.
He's up in Savannah,
Yep.
and I got a feeling he would say. Now he's in Savannah area, but he would have said it the way you said it.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
But yeah, so it was amazing, tremendous. Like my father-in-law is from a northwest part of Ohio, and he says "whoosh"
Oh yeah.
instead of
Yep.
"wash."
Wash.
Yep.
Okay.
My whole
He
family
says
did that.
"whoosh."
Yep.
Now listen, I'm from Rhode Island, man.
Oh,
Like
and a
I got
washer.
no room to talk in terms of.
Sure,
I'm
yeah.
not making fun of people talking.
Yeah.
It was just jarring to hear the way Hamby said it.
If you
I'd
could-
never heard it like that ever.
If you're in this business, say you're like the owner of a media conglomerate, and you're trying to start up your company and everything, and you're trying to draft,
Where's this going?
I guess, like reporters and anchors, men and women from around the country. What states are you going with in terms of where you feel like their accents and their voices are going to fit what you're trying to do from like a national level? I'm not trying like local television. I'm saying like ABC, CBS, like the heavy hitters.
yeah, usually.
Where are you going with?
Like I think the Midwest.
Okay, but I mean, I need
Overall.
a state. Because, like, you'd say Midwest Wisconsin, you don't want there. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there. Oh, go Pack, goal. Like, you don't want that on your national broadcast. So what state you going with?
Shoot, that's a good question.
Only kind of questions I ask, Brent.
Like
How about
I'm
Missouri?
trying to think. Yeah,
Show me states, show me 7, I'll show you 8. I don't know, man. I know a bunch of Missouri people, and they kind of have a little twang to them.
I doubt it. Like, does California have an accent at all?
Depends where in California, but, oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I know they do like surfer
God,
dudes
bro.
on the beach. Yeah, but I think that's
Welcome to the nightly news. Like, you don't want that. Come on, Brent. You're better than
that
that.
sounded like Crush, man. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's hard to crush.
Love Crush.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly don't feel like parts of Florida have, if you're from Florida, have an accent. Mm-hmm. Like now Georgia, like you get depends where you like if you're out in McClenny, you probably have a bit of an accent.
Yeah.
But like I'm not sure if you were born in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Like city limits.
See, I'm thinking
You
like,
know?
what about like Colorado, like Utah?
Probably
Things
Okay.
like that.
I don't
where-
know if there's a
Yeah, because I don't think of like a dialect there.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
Yeah.
How about Ohio?
Because I'm staying off the East. I'm really staying off the East Coast. Ohio
and Pennsylvania, I haven't heard a ton of different.
Brent,
I've got friends
Pennsylvania?
but there are sections of like Ohio,
Yeah.
much like where my father-in-law is from, and then there's like the southeast part, which is borders on like West Virginia, and that sounds like a different world.
Listen, I've seen the mayor of Easttown. We aren't going Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Great,
you're right.
Great show, not so good accents.
Steve just said to us, which he's here helping us, there's a specific generic accent they teach at journalism school.
Oh yeah,
Really?
no, for sure, yeah. Because I have a friend like
Really?
who grew up in Wisconsin, but like she had to go to journalism school and like they kind of reteach everything. Oh yeah, like they don't. Like, if you're trying to make it big, right? Like if you're trying to stay local, all right, then so
I
be
didn't know
it.
that.
But if you're trying to
didn't
like
either.
go national, then
They
yeah,
had that
you have
option
to.
for me.
Yeah,
I did not know that. I mean, I just tried to get rid of it.
sure.
Like if you could have heard me my freshman year of college versus my senior year of college. But I've said the story many times. Like the way I heard to get rid of it is to sing.
Oh really? Okay.
And so like singing in the show, like I legit would sing more than normal
yeah.
because that's what they said is a good way to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because and then I use the example and it makes a lot of sense. Like you have no idea, like who is it? Adele
okay.
is from England when she sings.
True.
Right?
True,
You have
true,
no
true.
idea where people are from. Like some of the English bands, you have no idea until they start talking.
That's a good point.
Right? Or even Australian.
Yeah. That's
you
not
know?
bad. Yeah.
So like it does make some sense. Now you got to still act on it in your normal
It's a good call.
voice. I'm not singing everything.
Yeah.
But I thought that was fast. That's what worked for me. I mean, it was an intentional effort, though, because it cuts deep in Rhode Island, as you know, and I thought it would make less marketable.
Yeah.
Now, if you work up there, you're okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, fascinating. Drawers.
Drawers.
That was actually might have been the best I've ever said it in my life right there.
Oh, baby.
Say it again, Hamby, one more time.
Draws.
He's got
So
that Zatarain's. He's got that
good.
flavoring on there.
It's
I
the
like
best.
it.
Hey, speaking of accents, maybe we could play this video and it would segue right in, and we'll get back to the Jags. I've got this Trevor Lawrence stat I want to show you, by the way.
Okay.
Trevor's going to be at Jaguars All Access tonight at String Sports Brewery in Springfield.
Got the heavy hitter tonight.
Yes, sir. And but I sent this, and I didn't send the tweet at the time, but I said I thought this was AI, Hamby. Do you have?
Brent, did you realize that
the
I sent
governor?
the same thing?
Well, yeah, but I had sent my text like hours prior.
I know,
I
but
just
I had
didn't
no idea.
send-
I had no idea
Yeah,
what that was.
Brent said-
and then I found
Brent
it,
said-
and I was like, "Oh, we got to play this tomorrow." And you sent it at the same time.
I forgot to copy the or paste the tweet.
Brent said, "I can't believe this isn't AI or whatever," and then didn't say anything. I'm like, like just life in general. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I just,
Well, maybe.
maybe, man. Yeah.
So listen to the. I couldn't believe this was real.
Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
let me
I've
set
never
this up.
seen. I don't know who the governor of Louisiana is.
Set it up,
until
Hammy.
yesterday.
Stadium Pulse coming at you every Friday.
All right, so the Republican governor of Louisiana is Tom Landry, and he is involved, first of all, because the first question is, why is the governor talking about the head football coach of LSU? And the answer is
That would be a
because
good
they
start.
don't have a president right now of their university, and because they don't have a president, the governor is always very involved in the picking of the next president and their approval of the next president, since it is one of the state's leading, fund getters, right? Your public school.
Now,
your
Hamby,
biggest
real
public
quick,
school.
what happened to the old president? Like, was he fired? Did he step down? Do we know?
I don't know. They've just been searching
Okay,
for a
gotcha.
new
Okay,
one, and
okay.
they've been in the process, especially even in the last couple of weeks, of interviewing and approving a new president. So he's been involved.
Yeah.
a ton
Side
in
note
that.
here. Side note on the president stuff. Like Florida's looking for a president. Like all these big schools are looking for a president. Meanwhile, their sports departments are running amok, just spending all this money and just saying, "Hey, sign off on this extensions, firing people."
When the cat's away, the mice are going to play. I mean, what
all
do you
these schools
expect?
don't have presidents
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
making these $100 million decisions.
Yeah, okay.
Carry on, Hamby.
So anyway, when Brian Kelly was fired last weekend, Landry, the governor, tweeted, had a lot to say about it, okay? And then he's at this press conference for, as you'll notice from the sign, something totally different. I don't even know what it is, but it's not has nothing to do with football. And then he gets asked about if the current AD will be choosing the next head coach because he was involved at A&M when they hired Jimbo Fisher, and he is the one who hired Brian Kelly at LSU.
To foot the bill. So, yeah, I absolutely. Who's that? No. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it. I don't know, but the Board of Supervisors is going to come up with a committee, and they're going to go find us a coach. Hold on. One real quick thing on that. Because here's what y'all reporters need to do. Y'all need to start looking at who represents all these people, like these agents. You know what's interesting? If I'm not mistaken, Woodward's agent, Kelly's agent, the Texas A&M, they're all the same agent. Like, you realize if I would be, I don't know how many sports writers we got here today? Just you. We should have a bunch. Okay? Like, this is ridiculous. Lawyers would be disbarred for the way these agents act and the way they're able to represent. In fact, there's no doubt, they may even represent some of the players now. Like, it's really time for the NCAA to put on some guardrails in college sports. Because, and it's fine. We don't need the guardrails. If big billionaires want to spend all that kind of money, no problem. But if I got to go find $53 million from Kemp, it's not going to be a pleasant conversation. I'm just telling you.
It's fascinating.
Do you know what my favorite part of that video is?
Which one? There's like 5.
The sign language interpreter looks like, hey, man, he's almost ready to walk off this. He's like, dude, I'm out of here. Like, what are we doing? Like, look at his face next time you watch that video. He's just like, I can't believe I'm signing this right now.
Yeah, you're probably as like a sign language translator. You're like, well, I think I'll probably have to go to this on the docket today. You know, I'm in a political realm. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's going to start talking.
I gotta dust off my football sign language things I haven't done in forever. Like, I'm not the guy for this.
That is true.
Crazy.
Listen, first of all, I really thought that I did not know. That's how much our world is. I did not know if that was real.
Sure.
Like when I said that to you guys, like I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Because everything gets. I mean, I thought they put Ed Orgeron's voice on the governor.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Like, I genuinely thought that's what they did.
Yeah.
But Hamby's right. Like, part of the consultation on Sunday was the governor's mansion. I mean, that was part of the storyline when they made the call on Brian Kelly. Mm-hmm. And it is a public university, so. And LSU is huge. I don't think people understand. Like, people understand, hey, Florida's big, right? Yeah, but you also have Florida State, Miami, UCF, like even on the big realm. And then you've got all these other different schools. And they've got a lot of schools in Louisiana, too. But it is LSU and then everybody else,
course.
Right? Like, it's not even close.
Yep.
In fact, you can make the argument that LSU is bigger than the New Orleans Saints. And for many years, it was. When I was down there, it was because the Saints were terrible. Then the Saints got good, and so then the NFL got so big.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of closer together. But I'll tell you this, the Pelicans, it ain't even close between LSU football and Pelicans. Mm-hmm. Like, LSU is LSU, and it's a big deal. Like, part of the stuff coming out now is like all the salary for even Kelly, most of it's private money that has contributed to that. I think they said it's like 0.017 or some percent of their budget goes toward the actual coach, like $500,000 or something. So peanuts in today's world. Mm-hmm. But I actually think, Austin, I do think he brought up a pretty good point about Jimmy Sexton. And he's the Scott Boras of college football, right? Boras controlled so many athletes in baseball that he basically was like everybody was a pawn in his game, right? He monopolized it.
He has monopoly on the state of college football coaches and their contracts.
Yeah, and now Jimmy Sexton, take that a step further. It's amazing. He has a monopoly on college, especially the big ones, and NFL coaches.
Yeah.
Most NFL coaches have Jimmy Sexton.
Yep.
Most college coaches have Jimmy Sexton. Mm-hmm. And so he knows everything. I mean, I won't tell you the specifics, but there was a story about a decade ago or so, somewhere in there, where like someone told me in the coaching cycle was like, boom, 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 boom is going to happen. I was like, yeah, like, that makes no sense. Like, that is not going to happen. This is like 2 weeks in advance. Damn it, it happened. Mm-hmm. And like how it happened, it was amazing. And it was all put in play basically by Jimmy Sexton. They were all pieces of the Sexton puzzle.
Yep.
It's just unreal, and that's how we got to where we got, I think, in salaries and You have no idea how much is putting out by him. Mm-hmm. You have no idea if was Alabama really interested in Mike Norvell a couple years ago, mm-hmm. or was it just a smokescreen to get Florida State to bite, and they bit.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I see, like, according to, the governor, I think he's probably not the most liked guy there, but when you talk about agents like that, like, it goes back to the age-old adjective where don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Game created him, man. Like, this is everyone's doing. Like, if you don't like it, then don't chalk up the big bucks for that coach. Then don't have these large buyouts. Like, you can sit here and say, okay, this agent's corrupting the sport and everything. He's playing in the confines of the game, man. So more power to him because he kind of bucked the system and figured out how to capitalize on the most money.
Yeah, at face value, I don't like it.
Sure.
But I also give him a hell of a hat tip because it's an unbelievable game of chess mm-hmm. that he's been able to play, and I'm not smart enough to do it, so I respect the hell out of it. Like, mm-hmm. for him to be able to manipulate the whole system mm-hmm. that we have in these huge sports, two of the biggest things going in our country, these huge money makers, and he be the central figure out of some office in probably Alabama or something. It's just nuts. Like, why haven't we seen more? Maybe there are more like documentaries, or someday there will be, on a Jimmy Sexton. It's incredible. And he does it, by the way, I would say, in a more respectful way than I thought Boris was. Boris was so, like, in your face about it during that stretch where he almost was annoying.
Sure.
As a fan of baseball.
Jimmy keeps more of a low profile.
He does. Like, so you have no idea. Like, I mean, we know who Jimmy Sexton is. You've seen him. Mm-hmm. But you don't really see him, like, interviewing all the time and everything else. Boris went through a little bit of a run where he was everywhere. And it was kind of annoying. At least it felt like that. So, hey, Hamby, I want to bring you in on this. I want to ask you guys one thing, because I saw Peter Burns, who's like he works for the SEC, so he's like big SEC homer. I mean, you want to see if it means more, just ask Peter Burns. But I thought he had a pretty good, at least the concept. Now, let's see if I can find it. Was pretty interesting. So he said this, guys. He'd love LSU to completely overhaul the current unhealthy system of college football head coaching salaries. And, I've been pounding that for a while, too. I believe that. I think it's unhealthy. So he says 4-year deal with incentives, $10 million signing bonus on day one, which seems kind of high, but okay, $1 million salary per year, $500,000 per win, $5 million for college football playoff spot, $2 million for playoff win by, $3 million per title, $10 million buyout. And so, like, he did some of the math, right? You go 6-6, you make $4 million that year. You win the Natty, you make $20 million that year. Okay. So it's a very performance-based stuff. Again, like, I'm not sure I'm giving the guy a $10 million signing bonus, but maybe that does make sense in today's landscape. It's still a lot of money, but it's almost like earned money instead of, hey, we're throwing all this money at you, and if you just tank it and stink, you get it anyway. Kind of like the concept.
Yeah, I do like that concept, but then also, does it give you more incentive to go to traditional winning programs as opposed to trying to rebuild a new program? Like, are you almost betting on then of your resources more than you as a coach in general? Right? Like, for instance, if that's the case, right? Like, and I'm trying to compare this now. Like, okay, if you get that much money for winning a national championship or making a run in the college football playoff, well, then would you rather go to the SEC or the Big Ten? I feel like you probably have a better shot to go on a long run, not necessarily win a championship, but go on a long run in the Big Ten where top to bottom it's not as competitive as the SEC. So if we're putting on escalators of saying, okay, well, if we win so many games, you get this much money, well, then hell, I'll go to the Big 12 or the Big 10 before I go to the SEC because it's a little less competitive. Well, and yeah, Hamby, that was my nod to the SEC. You get one a month, take it how you want it. And now we're back to the Big Ten reigning king.
But I don't think I don't think in the grand scheme that matters. Like Texas Tech's it's more of like, can you pony up that kind of money and get in the game anyway? Then you're willing to do it. But you got to earn it. And here's the deal: Hamby, as you know, when you go to the Sugar Bowl for the Final Four, you're getting like a handsome check. So it's paying for itself in essence, which is. Do you like that concept that Burns put out?
Yeah, I kind of do like the concept. I don't think it's feasible. I don't think any of the coaches, I don't think Jimmy Sexton likes it, so I don't think any of the coaches would like it either.
Well, it's still a good amount of money.
It is,
a
but
lot
at
of
the
money.
same
It might
time,
be more money at the end of the day. You just got to earn it.
At the same, but I think a huge part of what the coaches would want is a buyout, and this is not offering a buyout. I mean, it's a $10 million buyout, but if I'm only making $5 million, if I go 9-3, which is pretty much normal, let's just say in the SEC, a normal year is 9-3, and I'm shorting myself on. I'm paid 50% really on that year because coaches right now are making $11 million. So if I'm only making 5.5 just because I went 9-3, I don't think any coach is going to be very happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, I get that, but I don't care about the damn coach in this instance. I'm talking about the betterment of the sport. Like, somebody's going to be
awesome.
looking out for the sport at some point that's sustainable.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but like the coaches kind of have all the say, and if you set this precedent and say this is how it's going to be, then I think you're going to see a lot of blowback from coaches, and you may lose some great coaches because it's just like in the NFL in terms of the long-term contracts. Like, players don't like playing under the franchise tag. Sure, you can make some money, but players want to be taken care of. Players want to say, hey, if I get hurt or if something happens to me and I can't ride out the contract, I still want it to be guaranteed where I get paid. That's not how it works in the NFL. Well, coaches are just like players. Like, everybody wants to feel appreciated. Everybody wants to feel like, hey, we want you here for this certain amount of time. And if you're not going to be here, you want to be compensated. So – like, I'm not going to be hypocritical and say, well, I agree with that, because then I'm going to say, well, then I also think that NFL players shouldn't get the long-term deals and they shouldn't get guaranteed money, which I think they should. I think it would be a cool landscape if every NFL contract was guaranteed. Not feasible, never going to happen, but, like, that would be a cool thing to see because injuries do happen to players.
Well, two things here. I'll draw a line here between you, the player, and me, the coach.
Okay.
All right? You're putting your body on the line for that. To me, I do think there's value in gaining as much as you can possibly gain. Your earning years as a player, in the NFL specifically, is a limited time. It could be anywhere from a year to 2 years, 3 years to 12 years at the most, or whatever it is.
Yep.
So not me as a coach. I mean, I can go coach for 40 years. I can coach till I'm 75, 80 years old if I want to.
But if you're going to be a great coach and you're going to make a name for yourself, then you're putting your time, energy, and effort on the line. Because it's not just a 9-to-5 job.
No,
so,
I totally get it, but it's also not – we're not talking about $100,000 here, man. I mean, we're still talking about tens of millions of dollars. Like,
of course.
What's satisfying? Like, what are you really worth? Like, why do we think it's normal now to be worth $15 million a year automatically with a $100 million buyout? Like, Brian Kelly wasn't worth it. Mike Norvell's not
without
worth
a doubt. But Nick Saban was worth it. Look at how much money Nick Saban brought to Alabama football. Like, look at how much they got in revenue just in terms of Alabama football and that brand. Like, now, I don't know what Nick Saban's buyout was. I don't know what his contract was. But I guarantee, like, in the grand scheme of things, how much money Nick Saban was making was minuscule compared to how much money Alabama football was bringing in.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's all comparative. You know, like, if you're bringing this much money into this Power 5 school, all right, then go ahead and get paid accordingly.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it's not my money, I don't care.
Well, it's an interesting concept because I do think forget about the dollars in terms of ticket revenue and everything else. This is an incentivized deal where if you are bringing $30 million in for making it to the championship game, you're getting a good cut of that.
Sure.
Like, and I think it kind of goes along the way. I like the idea. I'm not saying it's going to happen either.
Yeah.
I just somewhere along the line, someone's got to look out for the betterment of the sport, the future of the sport, what's sustainable for the sport, and maybe this thing is more than we know. Deep pockets.
Well, I mean,
it will always be deep pockets, I guess.
To me, what it's going to take is it's going to take the Alabama, if they need a new coach one day, if Georgia needs a new I'm saying like the top, and Marcel, no disrespect, I'm not saying anytime soon. But I'm saying down the line, when you have a powerful program who's in the conversation every single year for a national championship, when that coach gets they get rid of that coach and a new guy comes in, if they set a precedent and say, hey, you're not going to have a large buyout, but we're Ohio State, we're Georgia, we're Alabama, so you kind of want to be here because we have all the resources. And if that coach goes, okay, I'll, in good faith, I'll say I don't want the large buyout because of where I'm going to, that'll be the precedent. But, the stars have to line for that to happen, and I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Wild time in college football. Hey, big time in the NFL, Trevor Lawrence. I've got a statistic that's going to show you that he could be on the verge of a big second half. Are you buying or not? We're live at Best Bet Jacksonville. Check them out, bestbetjacks.com. Today starts the WPT, the World Poker Tour. WPT Best Bet Scramble is here from now until November 18th. Check out how you could be a part of it. And come on out, check it out. BestBetJacks.com. One of 3 locations right here on Monument Road, also in St. Augustine and Orange Park as well. We talk a little World Series. Trevor Lawrence is on the way as well, and around the NBA a bit. Plus, we go fishing today on the show with Paul Dozier. I think he's going to check in, but at the very least, we'll have Let's Go Fishing, presented by Nimnick Buick GMC and Armor Guard Exterior. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the number one
Welcome
Buick
back
GMC
to the
dealer
Brent
in
and Austin
Jacksonville.
Show.
Get the latest
Streaming
price breaks
on the
2023
Action Sports
and
Jacks
2024
24/7
models.
network.
2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jacks Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jacks Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jacks Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville, off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Hey, De'Ami Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Jordan Lewis, a couple of guys that were in the red jersey, which means limited, no contact. Also, and Brian Thomas Jr., this shot doesn't have it, but he would put it on. They limited in practice. It doesn't look like those guys are a big worry for the game on Sunday coming off the bye week, but De'Ami Brown's had that on for a long time because of the shoulder, and then he was returning kicks.
Yeah.
My gosh, I got to get to the bottom of that. Why was he returning kicks? Has anybody asked that question yet? That was still an odd thing, and I keep forgetting about it myself. The other thing, Eric Murray, he didn't practice, so that neck deal must be a deal. He's re-injured it several times, and it would seem like he might not be able to go. He's a veteran. So maybe by Friday he's back on the practice field or even today, and we'll see what the Jags have to say. The big development is Devin Lloyd was listed as limited, but he didn't have – at practice, at least when the media was out there, he looked like he was practicing. So that's a very good sign because if you go all the way back to the last week before the bye week, Cohen sounded very iffy on if Lloyd would be ready for this game too. Seems like it's trending in a good spot and could only be a helper, especially for a team that hasn't forced a turnover in 3 weeks. There's some confidence that as soon as that guy gets on the field, a turnover is going to happen.
Yeah, you hope so, right? Turnovers are contagious, and right now, I feel like Devin Lloyd's patient, 0, and how convenient because he is number 0 as well. Nailed it.
By the way, first guy to really make an impact in 0, I feel like.
Here?
Well,
or
here,
in general?
Who else around the league has? Because it's been not a great
it's a good
number
call.
to have, has it been?
Not really. What was Micah? Micah's not 0, is he?
No, I think he's
1
to 1 now.
Okay.
I think he's 1, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Odd for a pass rusher.
I can't name a lot of zeros. Yeah, that's a good point. Getting him back is going to only, I think, help things. It makes you nervous of what's going to be the plan on Brock Bowers if Brock Bowers does come back. You put a safety on him. You're going to double team him. You're going to work with a linebacker or something like that. If I'm Coach Campanelli right now, that's going to be something that's going to keep me up at night a little bit. And I think Brock Bowers is in line to play.
He looks like he's in line to play.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter on him?
Yeah. Could you theoretically? Sure. Do you think Hunter's big enough?
I don't know. That's what I always wondered.
Yeah,
I remember going all the way back to the Gronk stuff where Ramsey went on Gronk at times, not the entire time.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an interesting move to do that.
I've seen Eric Berry on Gronk and shut Gronk down, why not? Might as well give it a try and see. But, there has to be an emphasis on shutting Brock Bowers down because I think if you're scouting against this Jaguars defense right now and I'm Pete Carroll, I'm looking at, okay, when we go with 2 tight end formations and we have a tight end down the middle, good things can happen. Yeah. And with all due respect to the past tight ends the past 2 weeks that the Jaguars have faced, Brock Bowers is by far superior than those guys, a lot faster as well. So, yeah, I think there needs to be an emphasis on trying to shut him down because if he gets going, man, it could be a long day for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I've been saying this. I don't think the Jags need Devin Lloyd to win football games. I think there's something about Devin Lloyd this year being in the game that feels right and certainly marries up to some of the lack of turnovers when he's not in the game because he missed most of that Seattle game as well. I think it's worth noting teams are absolutely trying to protect the football against the Jags more often than not. They know what they did in those first 4 games. You're not as risky. Now, it worked out well for Seattle and the Rams. They didn't have to be. They had leads. So that's why the pace of this game, the flow of the game is so important. The other guy really, and we talked a lot about him yesterday from a contractual standpoint, but how about from a play standpoint is Trayvon Walker. He missed the game. He played, I think, 15 snaps and then 18 snaps. I think it's 33 snaps in the last 3 games. And we know the pass rush hasn't been there. So just the importance level of him finding his way through this injury, which he's going to have to continue to deal with, they need more out of him even with the injury, if he's on the field, right? I mean, he's got to play more than 18 snaps and impact this game.
I mean, he's got to play more than 18 snaps. One would think, and once again, I'm not sure what the exact diagnosis was of the wrist, but I assume since we're a couple weeks in now, can you kind of modify that club a little bit?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And, maybe get your fingers back a little bit and move around. So that'll be something to watch for sure. But, yeah, I mean, listen, you can tell when he's rushing that he's not his same self because of that club, and it's hard to work with. But I would hope now, and I think the plan would have been, because he did have surgery, correct?
Yeah, he did. He had a minor surgery right away. That was
So if that was the narrative of, okay, we're not gonna, we're gonna have surgery, we're not just gonna wrap it up and play with it the whole season. I would assume then the plan is, okay, if we had that minor surgery, give him a couple weeks, and hopefully we can get now to more of a less constrictive brace where he can kind of play and feel like himself a little more.
I think that's been the hope. We had him on the show on Jags Report Live Monday from Strings in Jack's Beach, and he was pretty good on the injury. He said, he still hurt. Like, it hurts. Like, it's not like it doesn't hurt anymore and it's just healing, because there's a sense of that with any kind of injury where it's like, okay, it hurts and now the pain's not there anymore.
Sure.
It's just got to heal. I think it still hurts as he's going through it. So he just knows he's playing with pain, but obviously can't injure it anymore is the feel right now. So how long does he have to keep that club on? It's probably the next stage of this, to your point. On the other side, before we get to Trevor Lawrence, as we welcome you back here to Best Bet Jacks. As you can see, bestbetjacks.com for all the information on World Poker Tour. Getting going here today. Starts all the way through November 18th. Best Bet Jacks here on Monument Road. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane. Are the two guys, I mean, if you contain Brock Bowers and Max Crosby, do you win the game?
If you contain Brock Bowers and Max Crosby, do you win the game?
Or is Genty in that mix too?
I think Genty has to be in that mix, absolutely. Yes.
Because like Jackson Smith and Jigba, we said, hey, you can't let that guy beat you.
Correct.
And because outside of that, Seattle's okay, good running game. They've got good pieces. But that was the guy you said, don't let him beat you.
Yep.
Well, they did. They let him beat him. I mean, he was critical in that football game.
He's beating everybody.
Well, he is. He's been really good. But Max Crosby, you can't let him have a 3.5 sack day because he's got it in him.
Sure.
Brock Bowers, I don't think you can let him have a 10 to 12 catch day because he's got it in him, even coming off the injury. And we'll see. We'll see what he's like. But and then we know Genty. I mean, Genty goes in a different pile here because it's the run game anyway. I don't care if it was me running the football. You got to be able to. You can't let somebody go off for 130 yards running the ball, or you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but like it's not like you're playing the Houston Texans and like does Nick Chubb truly scare you anymore, right? Like, you had Woody Marks. Like, did he really scare you at the time? No, but like Ashton Genty, and I get like I'm not sure what the numbers look like. I assume he's kind of having. A year where I think Raiders fans want to see him improve a little bit and be a little more productive, but a lot of that is offensive line as well. But I feel like Ashton Genty's a guy that if you give him an opportunity, he can go for 175 on you, right? Like I don't want the Ashton Genty coming out party to be against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's
right?
a good call.
And so if you're asking me who I'm trying to shut down, I'm honestly going to focus on Genty first. And then we can say Brock Bowers and then Max Crosby. But to me, the focal point's got to be on Genty.
You just answered my question. I was going to ask you who scares you the most out of those three.
Genty.
So that still answers the question. Genty scares you the most, even more than Bowers and Crosby from a planning standpoint. Hamby, how about you? Who's the guy that scares you the most going into this football game against the Raiders? Again, a team that's not great. You don't sit there and answer this question with Geno Smith. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He can be good, but he also can turn it over. He's thrown it to the other team quite a bit this year. Hamby, who do you take? Because I don't think Genty is it for me. I almost feel like Max Crosby is it for me because I need to see more out of this offense, and that's going to be a big deal. And I think he can, if you can't block him or if this offensive line has some issues like they've had the last couple of weeks, he can really control the game. You start calling plays based on where that guy is.
But Myles Garrett controlled the game, too, with 5 sacks, and they didn't win.
It's true. But it was the first time, like in NFL history, a guy had even had anything close to that production.
I'm just saying, man.
Hamby, what do you think? Who's your guy?
Yeah, I think it's Bowers for me. Georgia bias aside, I think he's the guy.
Here comes the Georgia bias,
Yeah, take over the football game. Ashton Genty only has one game over 75 yards this year. So I'm not like – I have a lot of respect for him, but I don't get the sense that, you have to commit all your attention to be able to stopping him. I think you can do it as long as you're not getting gashed in other areas and they're able to do whatever they want on the offense. Because if you stop Bowers and shut him down, who else Geno's going to throw you the football. I think that's the answer. I think where Geno is good is where Bowers is always open, whether it's on a 2-yard out or anything like that. Like, if he can get 14 catches, that would be great for Geno Smith because he can get the ball out fast. There wouldn't be any pass rush. He can get the ball in his best playmaker's hand, and a 2-yard catch for Bowers could easily become 15. So I'd worry about Bowers and say, G&T's secondary.
Yeah, Geno Smith, by the way, has 10 interceptions on the year. He has 2 games where he's thrown 3, another game where he threw 2. Those were against the Colts, the Bears, and Chargers. So he can give it to you. Now, he comes off a Chiefs game where he didn't, but they got blown out, and he didn't turn it over. He's got 7 touchdowns. Listen, I think all you guys have a good I think we can make a case for all of them. I think I can make my case, you can make your case. And I do think, actually, the Bowers case isn't necessarily a bias. I think we are so scarred from tight ends beating up the Jags, and this guy's one of the best when healthy. Mm-hmm. We do wonder how healthy he is. Is he just trying to get back? I wouldn't think they would rush him back, but he played hurt a little bit even before he ended up going on the shelf. Yeah. So we'll see where he is at, and are the Jags equipped to do so? They are going to have to be. All right, hey, I want to get to Trevor Lawrence. He'll be at Jaguars All Access tonight at Strings Sports Brewery in Springfield. If you're coming out, by the way, we've tried to push this that things have changed a little bit. Josh Hines-Allen did this, and I think this might be the new way of doing it at Access. If you've been going for years and years, we usually get the guests there, that we do the show, and then they'll stay 15 minutes or so after and take some pictures and sign autographs. Well, Josh did it before the show because he had to go somewhere, and I think that might be the new way to do it. Trevor's going to try to do the same thing, 15 minutes before the show. So kids get there early, and then we'll start the show, have the show, and get Trevor out of there. But this is he's going to sign for kids, just so you're well aware. Want to be transparent of that. And we would love to see the kids there. It's one of our favorite things for Access when we see all those kids out there with the Jags. So at Springfield tonight. And, hey, Halloween's tomorrow, so the kids can come out tonight. Make it a good week. All right, so I've been talking about this a little bit, Austin, and dug this up. Okay. I did a little research. Okay. Fred Sports Bureau.
I like it.
Last night.
Every time a quarterback dresses up as Fred Flintstone, the next game he balls out.
What do you make of that?
That's fine. It's fine, man. Like, listen.
You're okay with that? Why do you say, oh, boy, Hamby?
Why wouldn't I be okay with a father dressing up as Fred Flintstone with his family?
I'm sure you're okay with it. I'm just kind of wondering what society feels about the quarterback dressing up.
You know me, man. I don't really care what society thinks sometimes. Obviously, if you see my comments.
Yeah, I don't care either. I just was reacting to Austin bringing that up.
Oh, no, I mean, that was just, obviously I'm playing, man. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was fine. Like, that's, would it have been me? Would I have maybe gone for a different character? Because the Flintstones, a little old school?
Yeah.
Sure, but I'm not mad at Fred Flintstone. I mean, it works. Cute picture.
So anyway, here's
doesn't care about football. Is that what you want me to say? Do you want me to say? Question: why isn't his head in the playbook?
I hadn't seen reaction to it. I was just curious what people, if any.
I don't think anybody's hating. I mean, if someone's hating on,
people hate on everything. So
yeah, true. But like, if someone has an issue with a quarterback or a professional athlete dressing up with their family for Halloween, man, sports might not be for you.
I kind of like. I like how he leans into it. And I will say this: the younger people, we always have this discussion like, how much do you like Halloween? You love it. Yeah, I don't really care about it. Mm-hmm. But the players around sports really embrace it.
Oh yeah,
they really embrace it.
Jameer Gibbs, stuff like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So they do. They embrace, which is cool. They have some fun with it, which is really great.
Did you see Mac Hollins?
I don't think so.
Mac Hollins pulled up to the stadium, which looked like he was like a giant inflatable bishop from like a chess game, but then he was barefoot. So he's like tiptoeing because he wants to step on like rocks and stuff. It's just, if you see the Mac Hollins video, check it out, man. It's funny. Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to throw a bunch of numbers at everybody. Just look at the screen if you want to digest the numbers. I'll walk you through it and highlight some of the big things. I was interested to see what 22 looked like because we all remember the first half of 22 and the second half of 22. We got some of the curiosity of Trevor Lawrence, or some would call the Trevor Lawrence experience in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
With the 2 end zone picks against Houston and Denver. Denver being the latest one in London. And it was at that time, at the bye week, that he flipped things around. The Jags were, I think, 2-6 at that time, something like that. I think they were, and then they were 2-6, and he kind of deep dive on himself. He said, if you go back to that time on the plane ride home, he's like, I'm just gonna play, man. I'm thinking about it too much, doing whatever, blah 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 blah. He comes out of the gates, and this is what it will show you. The next game, ironically, was against the Raiders. After a bye week. This one was at home, and I think most people remember that game. He had a nice game. It wasn't like this all-world game. He had a nice game. He was efficient, 25 of 31, 235 yards, and a touchdown. He used his legs quite a bit in that game, more than he had the entire season. But he goes on to play the last 9 games, including that Raiders one, at a very high clip. He had thrown 3 interceptions. I think it is. I don't know why I'm reading it over there. I got it right here. 2 interceptions, by the way, and 15 touchdowns for the rest of the year. That's his best football in his career.
Fantastic,
right?
Yes.
Playing terrific ball. And going into that, his completion percentage was like 62%. For the rest of the year, it ended up 69.7%. 69.7%. Really good. 10 touchdowns, 6 picks, ended up 15-2. So here we are. And that was also, I think, the significant part of this. I was a young quarterback still trying to figure it out after Urban Meyer. But the significance in this to me is that it was year 1 of the Doug Peterson offense.
Okay.
So it wasn't just a young quarterback trying to figure it out. It was also a quarterback trying to figure out his 3rd offense in 3 years, and did he get more comfortable in it? Or did Doug Peterson find some things that he was more comfortable in?
Sure.
So I think it works both ways there.
Yep.
And here we are now. I mean, I don't need to read you the numbers. You know Trevor's numbers right now. They aren't all worldly at all, specifically the completion percentage. Some drops, but you can't blame everything on drops. And they're somewhat comparable numbers with 9 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. In 22, it was 10 touchdowns and 6. There was an extra game in there in 22. There's 8 games before London, before the bye week. This time around, there's 7 games. So I feel like there's a little hope, naturally, that there's going to be an evolution to this offense where everybody just gets it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because they're in the second half of it. I also believe, just to be perfectly clear, and I've said this many times, it might not be humming until 2026 because of everybody and continuity and getting all the ins and outs of this offense. But I think the Doug Peterson year in 22 is evidence that it can really take off in year 1. You can flip the script. I don't think we would have anticipated the Jags flipping the script, being 2-6, the way Trevor was playing, the way the offense was playing, and they did. So that's all this is. Okay. I'm not telling you that it's going to happen. I'm just telling you there's evidence that it can happen, and it's up to Trevor, this offense, and I think specifically Liam Cohen, to get them in places where they're comfortable and they're good at. And Cohen's talked about that a lot in the last couple of weeks. We got to find what we're good at. We got to keep doing what we're good at. We got to shrink down the inventory, all those things that everybody's heard. We'll see if it can pay off. I don't even know if it needs to this degree, but at least in a better way than it's been from a consistency standpoint all around.
It obviously has to look better, and, I mean, those are great numbers and great figures and everything. I'll just look at it like this. You know, you're coming off your first bye week as a head coach in Liam Cohen. Obviously, I think he's been watching a lot of film, seeing what players can do well, what players need to work on and everything, and trying to maybe tinker some things here or there. But at the end of the day, and I mean, I know I'm going to say this, and then it's probably going to blow up in my face, and then we're going to clip it, and then I'm going to be on cold, freezing takes, and so be it. But, this Raiders game is tailor-made for you to have success.
Why is that?
Because their defense does not scare you at all.
Yeah.
Their defense, their secondary is not good. I get they have Max Crosby, and when he's healthy, he's one of the best edge rushers in the game. But they give up points. Their offense, I think, is stagnant. So, this game is tailor-made for you to have success. This is the Carolina Panther game all over again. If not even better, because I feel like the Carolina Panthers are better than the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, you still got to show up. Yes, it's week-by-week parity and everything, but, this is a game right now, if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I'm licking my chops and saying this is my get-right game. I'm licking my chops if I'm Liam Cohen. If I'm Coach Campanelli, I'm licking my chops and saying, okay, well, how are they going to beat us? They got Brock Bowers? Okay, well, we shut him down. What else they got for us? Right? This is a game that's supposed to be tailor-made for you to win, to give you confidence. And it happens after a bye week. You couldn't ask for, the stars aligning any better. But you still have to go out there and do your thing. And if they don't do their thing, and it looks bad, and heaven forbid you get beat, then yeah, Hamby, get out the panic button. It's back.
Yeah, to your point, just to back it up, just looking at some numbers for the Raiders.
Brent, I don't need numbers. I just watch them.
Well, I get it. I'm the numbers guy.
I got you.
26 points a game they're giving up, which, again, they're a 2-5 football team. This shouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
And they just got pasted by Kansas City, which probably didn't help a lot of these numbers. Mm-hmm. So third down percentage is a big one right here. They can't get off the field. They're giving up 45%. That's a pretty big number. Mm-hmm. Where the Jags, crazy enough, have got off the field 19 of the last 22 times on third down.
Take that.
Do you know, hey, they did not turn the football over the last 2 weeks, and their opponents are 3 for 22 on third down. They lost both games. Actually kind of got hammered.
Yeah.
Both games.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Probably leads to believe there's probably some explosive plays happening.
Well, there was. But it's still, I don't know about first and second down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they did. That's an incredible mark against third down. I mean, you'd be celebrating that in the defensive room.
Of course, yeah.
And you would be celebrating not turning the football over.
Yeah.
And the Jags have to keep doing that, by the way. I don't think you can take that for granted. Mm-hmm. That offensively, they've done a nice job of hanging on to the pill. Meanwhile, passing yards, 225 a game. Mm-hmm. The Raiders are giving up, which, by the way, is a good amount in the NFL right now. Like, the NFL is, I think the average is 214 per game. So, 225 is a pretty good number. 103 in the run game. You can get them in both areas. Yeah. They're giving up 100 yards plus in the run game. So, they've got 19 sacks this year. I don't think, fumbles-wise and turnovers, they've got they're -5 in the turnover ratio.
And what's their offensive numbers talking about? Or do you just have the team defense?
No, I got they're averaging 15 points a game. Yeah, I mean, not even 14.7. So they are. Let's just give you a little bit more. Their third down efficiency is 38%. They passing wise are averaging 182 a game. Mm-hmm. They got the 10 picks I told you about.
Yeah.
The run wise, they're averaging 3.9 an attempt.
Yeah.
So they'll stick to the run, but they're not. That's great. They're 93
that's Pete
yards
Carroll
a game.
for you, right? He's going to try to run the football.
Well, and you got to use your guy in Ashton Genty. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're 2-5 for a reason. Nothing's going to blow you away.
They also beat the Patriots, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was early, right?
That was the first game of the season, I think. But still, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, so listen, you got to go take care of business, but we know how the NFL works, in a weird way that scares me. All right, I'm going to give you a scenario, actually, when we come back. I was thinking of it on the way in today. So I'm going to give you a scenario about that. I would think the next 3 games are massive here. Would you agree? The Raiders, Houston, Chargers. Mm-hmm. Big games.
Of course.
Not to say there won't be more big games because everything is. Big.
Listen, I think this is the biggest game of the year, this Raiders game.
Yeah, but the stretch is massive in my opinion because you got a game in hand against Houston. I don't think you have to win the Houston game, and not to give up what I'm going to say, but also like the Chargers and Houston are teams that you might be contending for a wild card spot at the end of this season. I know it doesn't clearly look like that right now, but you might be because you're in the mix. Mm-hmm. And I keep Houston in that mix. You're only a game ahead of them right now. Mm-hmm. So I'll ask you guys a scenario on the other side of this break when we come back. We're at Best Bet Jack's. Hey, don't forget, if you're looking for something to do for lunch, how about Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls? MasonsLobster.com. 2 locations, Fernandina Beach and the Town Center. Get yourself Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. And tomorrow we'll have our weekend spreads presented by Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. Hey, there's a look at RV City as we get closer and closer to the Florida-Georgia game 2025. Odd year, so it is called Florida-Georgia for anybody on the neutral side of things. And we will have the Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame luncheon tomorrow. I'll MC that, so I'll be over downtown for that event. Always a good one. And then the game, kickoff, 3:30 here in Jacksonville on Saturday.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute. but it makes a big difference. And 3, don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Oh, yeah.
What is this?
Check this out, man. Is there sound, Hamby, or not? Or should we just be talking over this? Sorry, I can't hear it.
No sound.
Yeah, we can't hear it, so there must not be sound.
No sound. Yeah, so this is Jim Morrison, not the singer from The Doors, but a different Jim Morrison. And this is the first human being to ever ski down Everest.
Really?
Yeah. So many things crazy with this video. Number one, if he was to, like, roll an ankle or, like, crash and hurt himself,
he's dead.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah.
How are they going to get you down?
Nobody's coming to get you.
No one's probably going to come get you. Yeah.
Well, the story about Everest, right, is there a bunch of dead bodies all over the place
correct.
because they don't come get them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and this is him, skiing down the summit or whatever.
So how long did it take?
That, I don't know. It didn't
because
say
it looks
that.
like it would.
I mean, yeah, man, I don't.
That is insane.
Crazy. Yep, so he's the first.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Where is he right there? Is that him right there?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That is insane. That's just not. Why would you do that? Like,
because,
why would you do that?
So in the world of skiing, which it's obviously extreme sport, so they really push the limits. They call that the last great problem in skiing. Nobody knew how, like, could you actually ski down Mount Everest? And this guy, I guess, figured out, like, a line or whatever, and he was able to do it. Like, no, I don't think he skied down the entire way of Mount Everest, but, like, from the top down, he
okay. So that stretch that
because,
nobody had done.
Yeah, because, like, Everest is
I
set
see.
up where you can't ski down the entire mountain.
I got you.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
Yeah.
In my mind, I thought he skied down. That would take like days. It felt
I don't
like,
think so, but like.
But that part, the
no
part that
one's
nobody
ever
had
skied. Yeah, like no one's ever really skied Everest before.
Damn.
So that's insane. But that's the world of
How old
extreme
is he?
sports, man.
Apparently, it took 4 hours and 5 minutes.
Well, it looked like it was going to take a while. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Like, I hope somebody had what do they call those things now? Like either you wear the ring or
like the whoop or whatever.
or something.
Yeah.
Like I would love to know what that would be great. I'm sure they do have it. Too.
Yeah.
They probably did it.
Well,
but
and like it's one thing to. I mean, I assume he had to do like vigorous because number one, climbing Mount Everest is hard enough already, but then like trying to ski it like at that elevation.
So he climbed it first.
Yeah, so he climbed all the way up because you can't take a help. Like there's no
they
way to
can't
get
do
up.
it, right? There's nowhere they can just put you.
No, so like he climbed up with all the gear and everything, equipment, and then skied down, or skied down most of it, or some of it, whatever.
Let me ask you something. Outside, like I get it. I don't get it, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this forever. Like I'm never doing a marathon. I don't care. Like good for you if you do it.
By the way,
congrats.
Brent, 50 years old.
He's 50.
Did it.
At my
50
age.
years old. Yeah, man.
So, or just about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I get why people do it. I get the rush of doing it. I get the accomplishment of doing it. I can appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it. Like I won't do it. But a lot of people do marathons. Let's be honest.
Sure.
There are some things like again, we have a guy in town he does like the Death Valley one. I forget now what it's called.
Yep.
Out in California, it's 150 degrees as he's running 100 plus miles, 100 plus miles and like 150 degrees. So he does like beyond the limits, right? And he's been doing this for years and decades and on different continents and countries, and it's amazing. But I don't fully know outside of accomplishment what you get out of it. Like it's accomplishment. He gets his name probably in the record books of some kind. Like
no, he doesn't
is
care
there
about
any other reward other than self-fulfillment?
So that's what it's about. It's almost like enlightenment. I think I've talked about this book before, but I read a book called The Rise of Superman. I forgot who the author is. I should look it up. But it basically decodes the psyche of extreme athletes.
Okay.
Whether it's skateboarding, whether it's snowboarding, skiing, but like because if you look at each sport, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, or whether it's extreme sports have pushed the limits in terms of what's possible much farther than any other sport right now in the world, right? And a lot of that has to do with the mindset of, these skiers, these snowboarders, these action sports athletes, they're not necessarily chasing paychecks and they're not chasing, like, generational wealth. They're chasing peak life experiences. They're chasing getting lost in the flow. Now, flow can come in the forms of a musician who gets lost in his music. It can come in an artist who's drawing, on a canvas and you lose track of time and you spend 10 hours a pop drawing this painting. Like, everybody handles flow differently. But when it comes to, like, skiers and extreme athletes, the flow is found of you're trying to push what is humanly possible. and that's where you get it out of. So, like, no, I don't think he really cares, but like, I'm sure he got a bunch of endorsements off that.
Yo, you think he did, though?
How could you not, man? Like, I'm sure
I don't know how that
Red Bull was
works,
probably
so.
somebody was cutting the check, I would hope. I hope he gets compensated for that. I mean, that's insane. But it's more of just the inward journey of saying, like, I did something that nobody thought I could do. One of the stories in the book that they highlight a lot, it's the skateboarder who jumped over the Great Wall of China.
Oh.
And so he does it the first time, he lands and, like, he shatters his ankle, like breaks it. So they have to close it down. Tapes it up the next day and goes back out there and tries it again. Because he only had a finite amount of time because they set it up and, like, the government was like, hey, you guys can have this here for, like, a day.
Yeah.
Right? So he had to go back out there and do it again. But, like, adrenaline and obviously he did it. And his name was Danny Way. But, like, his adrenaline and everything, like, it pushed him through. And Danny Way is still a guy I think he's in his 50s as well. And the laundry list of injuries this guy's had and surgeries and everything. But he's still, like, pushing the boundaries simply because, like, it's that rush that he's chasing.
All right, I got a question for you based on this because that looked scary. Like, that looked like you couldn't breathe for a long time almost, right? Like, I get these guys do it so they know how to kind of get their breathing down, their head in the right space. But still, even for them, it would be scary as they're pushing it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of right off the top of my head, like, what's the scariest thing I've ever done?
Okay.
I don't really know. Now, I did rappel off the Wells Fargo building.
You did, like, the Blue Angels
and
thing.
I did the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was scared doing the Blue Angels one.
Okay.
I do think I was probably a little bit more scared doing the rappelling.
Okay.
Because
so,
it was
a
long way down.
Okay, so you're rappelling, right? Obviously, you're on the side of a building. I'm sure there's one point you probably look down a little bit, right? Or not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because then you start thinking everything.
Of course. So you did that, right? And then when you got down, like, I'm sure there was, like, okay, I'm happy to be down here. But also, did you kind of feel like a rush where it's like, man, that was insane.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I just did. See?
Yeah,
so
both
now,
things. The Blue Angels thing and that, you felt that. That was cool. It was like, oh, that was cool.
Okay, so take that feeling of you getting to the ground or you, like, landing on the airplane and, like, you're probably feeling a little woozy, but it's like, damn, I just did that. And then amplify that by, like, 1,000.
Yeah.
And that's what that guy got skiing. That's what I get fighting.
Well, I was going to ask you. I was going to get that fight. See, but here's the deal. Here's the difference between maybe you, me, and definitely the guy in Mount Everest. Is I thought it was really cool, but I don't yearn for it.
Sure.
Like I'm not like, what's my next one? Because again, that's pretty cool. Like do a couple of those kind of things.
Yeah.
But like, I'm also not a roller coaster guy. Maybe the scariest thing I've ever done is been on a roller coaster when I didn't want to be on it. Like seriously, like that is one that I just it's not like fear of dying or anything else on a roller coaster. I just don't like them because like the feeling I get like in my stomach.
Yeah.
But I get that on like a bad hill driving sometimes.
Yeah.
So, But anyway, I like now I can go on roller coasters because I'll kind of overcome that. But as a kid, I didn't like them at all. Like I can remember being like flat out scared to go on a roller coaster. But yeah, I don't yearn for it. Like someone would say, "Okay, do you want to go skydiving?" No, I really don't. Like I will. Like if you want to go skydiving next week, I'll go with you.
Yeah,
but I don't want to. Like I don't care to.
Yeah.
And we better do it live on the show because if I die, I want to be dead on the show. And get something out of it.
Oh, make that a button or something. If I die, I want to be dead.
Well, that was
on
the whole
show.
thing about like the Blue Angels one was they told me you got to do it. It's awesome. And it was the best thing I've ever done.
Dude,
but it wasn't a Blue Angels, by the way, it was a jet. I shouldn't describe it that way. But the rappelling one, it was live on TV. So I was like, all right, fine. If I go, at least it's captured.
Dude, but what, are you going to be chilling from heaven being like, yep.
I don't know.
Good solid numbers.
There's
all right, advertising, here we go.
There's something that justifies it for me in my mind that it's part of the job.
Business for the businessman. I got you, man.
You know,
I got you.
I don't need to be famous dying. I'm just telling you that. But at the same time, like if I'm going to go,
listen,
it beats nobody's seen it, I guess.
In the immortal worlds of Banksy, the artist, man, he said you die twice. You die when you take your last breath, and then you die when the last person speaks your name. And if you do it like that, man, Brent, you might live forever. So I got it.
So have you ever?
Can you imagine? Like, okay, now I'm going too morbid, but oh, let's go. And this is Brent, Brent Martineau from Exports Jack signing off for the last time, and then like,
I might have said
here comes the
day.
viewer. Okay.
The other thing that gave me a little bit of like peace of mind is that they did this for charity. This was for the Boy Scouts charity. They do it every year, and I'm like, well, they can't do this every year if people actually do like fall off. So it's got to be pretty damn safe. But you could say that about a lot of things that end up being the first one to go. So,
yeah.
So anyway,
you might have set the Boy Scouts back. All right, go ahead. What do you got?
Have you ever done skydiving?
Never done skydiving. No, I get my
That surprises me.
Well, I tried. It was for a bachelor party. My friend was getting married in New Orleans, actually, so we were all there. And so the guy that was getting married, his name's Donovan. He was extremely scared to do it, so he was looking for a way out, which we weren't going to let him. Like, hey, man. Hey, it's skydiving. Let's give you your last chance of freedom before you get married, eh? Like all those things.
Yeah, all
right?
that.
Yeah, all that good stuff. So we were gonna go. It was like 30 minutes outside of New Orleans, and we called the place and everything. And at this time, I was still playing. I think I was still playing for the Jags. So I was like 260 pounds. So like they called the place and everything to make the reservation, and the lady goes, "Oh, and by the way, like just make sure everyone's on the same page. Like you can't weigh over 225 pounds because when you go with somebody like with the wind and everything, like you can't weigh over 225."
Yeah, I knew they had those restrictions.
So then like Donovan, the guy, tells me that. I'm like, okay, let me get the phone quick. So I'm talking to the lady. I'm like, hey, I'm about like 265. It's a lean 265, but I'm 265. I'm like, is there any way that we can kind of like maneuver the numbers around a little bit where you can get me? Well, no, because I don't want to be the one that can't go. Like, that sucks.
I don't want to be the one that puts us overweight.
Well, that's fine.
Makes us go.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Like, this is the selfish person in me. Like, I didn't want everybody to go have a great time, say how cool it was, and then I can't go. Right? So I was on the lady. I'm like, hey, can we change the numbers around a little bit? I'm like 260, 260-ish. I can maybe cut down to 255 if you need me to. But she's like, are we really? And what was the phrase? She goes, are we really having the conversation right now of you being like 20 pounds overweight skydiving? And then she was like, kind of like, I was wasting
She was
her time.
scolding you.
I was getting scolded. And I go, okay, yeah, that's my bad. Sorry, man. Like, that was it. So I couldn't go. And then Donovan, who was afraid to go, used as an excuse. Like, well, I guess I got to stay behind with Austen. Like, okay. So then we went.
I would have done the same.
Yeah.
By the
so
way.
then we went shopping at Brooks Brothers, which just shoot me. Shoot me.
You went from skydiving to shopping at Brooks Brothers.
Literally, like, because me, it's Brooks. I mean,
I got $150 to spend. So.
Great store, just not for me though. So I literally I sat there with champagne in my hand on one of the couches, pouting the entire time.
That's so good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Hamby, scariest thing you've ever done?
Shoot, man, I don't know. Nothing really comes to mind.
Just got married. Yeah.
That's scary, by the way.
Do you remember when Hamby picked against Georgia? When I forgot what game that was, but he went against his team. That was scary for everybody.
That was.
That's scary for you.
So have you not done like something that's like you were actually nervous about, like really nervous?
Oh,
about?
every time I go snowboarding, I get pretty
You
nervous
are.
because
yeah.
I mean,
because you're pushing it a little bit.
Hopefully,
every
mom's
time
not listening.
Too, right?
Yeah. I push it way too hard. I mean, I'll be the first
yeah.
one to be honest. And my stepdad pushed it too hard, and
Yeah.
he had a serious accident because of it. I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I just can't like, and like, so for instance, like when I'm driving, like I'm a pretty good driver. Like I'm not gonna like, I have to go like 90 to get to a meeting. Like I'll show up late, right? So like I don't push it when it comes to like driving or things like that. But when it comes to snowboarding, something I've been doing since I was like in 3rd grade, yeah, I push it a little too hard, and I'll be the first one to admit it.
Yeah, I do think that's a thing. Like I've skied before, and I'm not like I'm definitely more of a recreational skier, but
Sure.
I can ski a little bit.
Yeah.
And I hadn't skied in years, and we just went skiing a couple of years ago, and I'm like, all right, I can do more.
Yeah.
I can do more. Like that is a thing that you actually, I could see that.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I do more. Now in the weight room, I'm like, okay, I can do more.
Yeah.
I can do more. Yeah, that's not one where I really push it, or hardly been in the weight room, but
yeah,
when I was. It's just interesting where you draw the line, but there's a competitive internal competition about even skiing. Like skiing is kind of like that because you're on an island
Well, and
against yourself.
And there's an external competition too when you go with people, because usually skiing and snowboarding, it's a group activity. Like for instance, when I go back home this year for Christmas, because my stepdad can't go yet, so I'll probably just go by myself.
Yeah.
So that'll be great, because I mean I'll push it hard in terms of like going down the hill or the mountain fast. But like when it comes to like the train park and riding rails, I don't really care about that.
Okay.
But when I'm with some friends and it's like, hey bro, hit that rail, I'm like, oh, okay, let me hit that rail. Okay, let me catch an edge and like bust up my ribs now because I landed on my chest on the rail. Like that's happened many times.
Yeah,
you know?
I get it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how's he doing?
Oh, he's doing great. Yeah, he's doing great. So he's really into mountain biking right now, but the snow is coming because he's trying to stay
well
active.
enough to be mountain biking.
Yeah, so he's well, I don't know. I mean,
he might not be.
He's mountain biking. That's
Forget about the well enough part. He is.
I'm not sure like what the timetable was from the doctor, but he's mountain biking right now. So he is bummed because he's going to miss out on this ski season. But now the goal for him, because they told him he can't probably ever ski again. Well, it's him. So he's taking this year off, and then the goal is to come back next year, I think, and hopefully go skiing, and hopefully like in a reserve capacity. But if that's the case, I mean, I'll be there with him next year, so it'll be really cool to get him back on some skis.
He needs something then, huh? If he's mountain biking,
We're
needs
the
something.
same type of person in that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just got to have something.
Hey, before I get to a Jags question, Killer Tofu, they must not be looking at the chat today. Yeah, I am actually. I've just caught up. But Daniel Kilkenny was asking about, like, did he need oxygen up there on Mount Everest? Did he have oxygen? I don't know how that works.
I assume, you have to.
You have to?
Oxygen's definitely a thing for Everest, yeah.
I think Logan said it took him about 4 hours to do that. So, we'll keep an eye on the chat. All right, before we get to Let's Go Fishing and get Paul Dozier in here and talk a little Florida, Georgia as well, I want to I just posed this to you. Very simple. I was thinking about it coming in today. The Jags have 3 games in a row now against the Raiders, Houston, and Chargers. Would you sign up for them beating Houston and the Chargers if it meant losing to the Raiders?
Ooh.
Because the chances of them winning all 3 of those,
I mean,
probably not super realistic.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If I know they're going to beat the Chargers and the Texans, then sure, I'll sign up for it. Because, obviously hindsight. But, like, the way I would feel is if you lose to the Raiders, like, that's going to be a big blow in teams of, I think, in terms of, like, team morale and who you are going forward. But, if I know you're going to win the next games, then, yeah, sure, why not? But not knowing that, then I would say this is the most important game.
Hamby, what do you think?
Gosh, that'd be such a sucker punch. It felt like if you lost to the Raiders.
I know it.
But, hey, if you rebound and beat 2 AFC teams, other AFC teams back-to-back, I think I would take it. The win over the Texans is huge.
I think, here's what I believe about that. That's why I thought about it. It's like, could the Jags lose to the Raiders? Yeah, I think they could. I think it's an interesting game. I don't think the Raiders probably suck as bad as it looks, and I don't know if the Jags are good enough to just assume they are going to beat anybody. We really don't know. Like, that's the problem. Now, they've done a great job. The games they've lost, Cincinnati's kind of goofy, but the last 2 losses are against good football teams. I mean, the 2 football games they lost the last couple of weeks, one of those teams could end up in the Super Bowl. That would not be stunning. It feels bad. It didn't look great at times. Obviously, that's what happens when you lose. Like, they're not bad losses. The Raiders would feel like a bad loss for sure. But the way the league works is you lose some of those sometimes. Like, I'm a big believer. I don't think the Jags are going to beat the Titans twice, the Jets, and the Raiders. Sure. For some reason, I just think that's the way the league works. But they might go sweep Houston, which hasn't been done since, like, 2017 and once in the last 15 years. Like, that actually could happen for some goofy reason. And then in the they're all important games because they're AFC. What I start to look at is tiebreakers. If you're going to be in the playoff mix, the AFC games are really important. First, the division games are head-to-head against who you might be in a wild card with. Well, that could be the Chargers in Houston. And then the Raiders game's an AFC game, so you work on that AFC record. You'd rather lose to San Francisco than the Raiders because of the AFC record, where it could come down to a tiebreaker. So that's where it crossed my mind, and because of the way the league works. At the end of the day, I do think it's important after these 3 games for the Jags to get to 6-4. They're 4-3 right now. I think the Jags getting to 6-4. They got to win 2 out of the next 3, in my opinion. But the tallest of those tasks might be the Chargers. But it is at home. It's the only game at home in like a 60-day window.
Yeah.
And that could be the biggest game of them all.
Yeah.
Even more than Houston, because they already beat Houston once.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because, listen, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and take, the Raiders are going to get beat, hopefully. It was my first lock on Jaguars happy hour, and I feel like if I mess that up, then I'm not going to be able to
the Jags are going to beat the Raiders.
Yeah, the Jags are going to be – it was my first lock on the other show. And if I don't get that, then I can't be EVP one day. So hopefully they can do that. Now, between the Texans and the Chargers, what game do you think is more important for them to win?
I feel like the more important game is actually the Chargers.
Okay.
Because I don't think the Texans are going to be there for the AFC South.
Okay.
I don't think you're sweeping the AFC South. And you already have a game in hand and a game up on Houston. And they've got a difficult schedule still to come. So I really think the Chargers are going to be there at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting my money more on the Chargers being there.
Than the Texans.
More than the Texans. Mm-hmm. And I think it's crucial that you beat them head-to-head because that could be the difference. You could both be 10-7, and that's the difference. Mm-hmm. I think if you're 10-7, you start to go to other tiebreakers if it's Houston.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if Houston's getting to 10 wins. Like, it doesn't look like that to me right now. So I think from realistically talking, but also from later in the season, I actually think that Chargers game, and also I'll tell you one other thing, I think winning home games is important. So I think that's part of the formula, and you get the Chargers at home.
Yeah.
So, I would say the Chargers game to me is a bigger win, which is weird, but I think it's a bigger win.
I'm with you on that as well, because I think it comes down to what team do you think has a better shot of making a playoff run. And I think right now where it stands, I think the Chargers do more than the Texans.
Yeah. So we will see. Ripley says win your division games. I get it, but
you're not worried about the
we can listen. You're not fully. It's a debatable one. I think right now it's more important to get one win against the Colts than get this win against the Texans. You can't get swept by the Colts. You got to split with the Colts. And if you split with the Colts and you split with the Texans and you sweep the Titans, you're 4-2 in a division. That's fine. In the big picture of things, however this shakes out, I feel like it's important to be, 6-2 at home and 4-2 in the division. Mm-hmm. However you want to add it up. But, you start doing some funky things in your mind. And that's why we believe this game is so important, because then I think one of the next two, even if it is Houston or the Chargers, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Whatever one falls its way, we'll shake it out later down the road. Mm-hmm. But I think it's reasonable to get one of the two, and now you're 6-4.
True.
Again, so to me, paramount above any way you do this is to be 6-4 after 10 games.
Correct.
And then really have a chance going into the end of it. Hey, don't forget to hit Bono's Pit Barbecue for lunch or dinner, and maybe for a catering event as well. Guess what? We're going to Bono's tonight. That's what we're getting for the Friday Night Blitz crew, because we're doing it on a Thursday. And bonosbarbecue.com. I'm going to be looking it up today. I'm going to be using my app. I'm going to be using my rewards program. And we're going to get Bono's for the crew. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. Bono's Pit Barbecue. bonosbarbecue.com.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants. where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Thanks for meeting me here.
Okay.
You're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion.
Okay.
You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah.
That's all I paid for it. Do you know what you want?
Yeah. I think I do.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR, or get $1,750 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Hey, there's my man Jesse Hollander right there with the big catch. I got to check, actually. Leave that up. Do you notice that he's got the Action Sports Jack shirt on? How about that? Made the catch in the Action Sports Jack shirt. This was in Saratoga, Wyoming, a couple of weeks ago. Jesse runs Best Bet here, and maybe even be talking to him a little bit later on as we begin the World Poker Tour and the Scramble starting today all the way through November 18th. But that is out in Wyoming. Oh, I love Wyoming. Good skiing out in Wyoming.
Oh, yeah,
good
for
fishing
sure.
out in Wyoming. I want to get to Wyoming. Welcome in, everybody. Back to the Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. And we're going to try to get Paul Dozier on in just a bit. There's Jesse right there. We just showed your fishing picture. What kind of fish was that? Was it trout? I thought it was. That's what you catch up there, right? Yeah, we're about to do our Let's Go Fishing segment, so perfect timing. presented by Nick Buick GMC, by the way. Armor Guard Exteriors, Gutter Helmet of NorthFlorida.com. Just a reminder, 25% off if you tell them Action Sports Jack sent you. Gutter Helmet of NorthFlorida.com's the website. You can read all about it. Also, 904-762-7779 for a free estimate. Gutters, awnings, screens, windows, and doors, storm protection, too, although it looks like we're I don't know about out of the woods on the storm protection side of things, but it's been a light year, at least for us in the state of Florida. Obviously, a lot of thoughts with Jamaica right now and everybody else impacted by Hurricane Melissa. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, and we're going to try this with Paul Dozier. I know he's been hopping out and in and see if we can get him on the show. We haven't been able to figure out that microphone. I don't hear him, Hamby, right now, but we'll try. Paul, what you got? Yep, he doesn't get it. Hamby, give Paul a call and walk him through it because
dude's trying to sabotage himself with the Florida-Georgia game, I think, right? Doesn't want to talk about
that. Actually,
I don't blame him.
I didn't even think about it.
Come on, Brent.
My mind didn't even go there.
Got to see it from the grand picture.
My mind didn't go there.
Yeah.
There's got to be a setting on Paul's phone that he's not clicking right now because this been working. Or I could send him a different link. If that is the case. But we'll get Paul in. I know he's trying to make it. He's not able to come in studio or here at Best Bet today. But we'll talk some fishing, and that is on the way in just a bit. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane. Hey, quick thought on the World Series. How big of an upset would this be?
Huge.
For the I don't know from an odds standpoint, but from a perception standpoint, feels like a massive upset. It feels a little bit like Toronto winning the NBA championship.
It does a little bit for sure. I feel like either way I'm going to be upset, whatever happens here as a Brewers fan, because either Toronto's going to win, it's going to be like, hey, well, Milwaukee, what were they doing that you couldn't do? Or the Dodgers are going to win, and it's going to be, okay, well, they bought their championship. So it's really a lose-lose situation for me here, Brent, but yeah, I think it's, and I actually watched a little bit of it last night. First time I've watched the World Series all year, but I guess it's why baseball is the great equalizer, right? Where you can spend all your money on all these great athletes and everything and all these great players, but like if you don't have the camaraderie, if you don't have the team chemistry, you still might lose. And right now, Toronto's playing the better brand of team ball, and props to them. I mean, Game 6 will be in Toronto, correct?
Game 6 and
7. I can't imagine what that atmosphere is going to be like.
Yeah, it's a really wild deal. If the Dodgers win Game 6, you're like, okay, well, I kind of feel like they might win Game 7. But now you're like, wow, they just took 2 out of 3. They could have won the 18-inning game. The way they bounced back off the 18, it's funny how this works, but the 18-inning game might have drained the Dodgers more than the Blue Jays.
For sure. Well, the Dodgers don't really have a good bullpen regardless.
They don't.
So, it didn't do many favors at all.
Yeah, there's it's been awesome to watch this as two teams I really don't give a dang about, right? But I think the Blue Jays are fun and how they are fighting back in this, and they do feel like such an underdog. They are a good team. I don't think they're like the biggest underdog ever. This isn't the Kansas City Royals trying to be. I mean, Toronto's a good team. They've spent a lot of money, but the whole you savage thing. I saw he's making like $57,000. He's made $57,000 or something because he's been in the big leagues for like a month. I think it was something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And he just shut down a payroll of the Dodgers, which is some insane amount of money. I think the lineup was $128 million for this year or something. Yeah. That actually doesn't sound right. That's not enough.
Sure, it's more.
Yeah, it's probably more.
That's probably the state tax that they had to pay, Brent.
Yes,
in California.
It's a luxury tax.
Come on, yeah.
But that dude is an unbelievable story, and it just keeps getting better. He keeps delivering 12 strikeouts in that game for a guy who wasn't even sniffing a big league roster for most of the summer. Which is one other thing about the baseball. We're seeing these guys go deep into games. I'm surprised at that. And you said at the bullpen of the Dodgers, maybe it's just really good starting pitching.
Of course.
But we're seeing that. Remember Snell, the big story with the Rays years ago, they pulled him.
And
everybody's so cautious of that 100 pitch mark. Not here.
Nah,
we're blowing by that.
We're going to go over that. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is, and I guess it gets kind of lost because the Dodgers are so good at batting and they're starting pitching so legit. But, I think every team has a weakness, and you're seeing through all that money, their bullpen isn't the best. So I think the Blue Jays had a great plan coming into this series, and this is what the Brewers didn't do, which I wish they would have, where they didn't really make the Dodgers pitchers work hard, right? The Brewers didn't, and that was their identity. That was their calling card all year. great quality at bats, following these off, watching, taking a couple balls here or there and not being so aggressive. And for whatever reason, the Brewers changed the script up a little bit and got super aggressive, and it came back to bite them. And I think now the Blue Jays are in a position where, hey, as long as we get these starters out of here in the 6th or 7th inning, we can win this game with their, when their bullpen's up.
Well, listen, baseball's very much like hockey in the sense that this stuff can happen. This shouldn't surprise us. I mean, you get the guy on the mound and you get a couple hits and bingo, here we go. And so I'm not stunned by this. The Dodgers have been here year after year and they've lost.
Yeah.
This isn't automatic. But after the 18-inning game, the dynamic of that to me is the significant nature of it. All right, I think we've got Paul Dozier now wearing that orange and blue. And, heck, maybe the Florida Gators will be like the Toronto Blue Jays this weekend.
You never know, buddy. That's why they play the game, right?
Yeah, how are you feeling about this? Because I'm not a Gator or a dog, but I feel pretty good about Florida here in this game. I don't know exactly why that is. Like, I'm not trying to be contrarian at all. I mean, they're a 7.5-point dog, but I actually feel like this has a chance to be one of the better games we've seen over the last decade from at least a scoreboard standpoint.
Well, it was a heck of a game last year, and Georgia scored a couple late touchdowns to kind of win by a couple scores, but it was a close game last year and a little back and forth. But I don't think anybody knows. There's no way you could know or say I've placed a wager on the Dogs just to I could see them blowing the Gators out. I could see the Gators hanging in there. I don't see any way that the Gators blow them out. But I saw a little 7 even, and I thought that might be a good value there. What do you think, Hamby?
I think it's a great bet, Paul. I like that you're emotionally hedging already. Had a baby.
Yeah.
That's not emotional.
Tails all this time, man.
The Gators,
I've been there.
buddy. There's no. I bet against the Gators. I kind of see the worst in my team always. It seems like. I don't think Georgia's any as good as they have been. We've talked about that all year, but I just don't know. Florida's leading receivers out. A lot of things against the guys, but we don't know. I mean, I don't think they can install a brand new offense in 2 weeks, but they can certainly call it differently, right?
Hamby, you want to jump in here?
I mean, I still think you're going to see a lot of the same stuff. I mean, what is Billy Gonzalez going to be able to do? Yeah, like you said, Paul, in legitimately 1 week, because they probably didn't spend a whole lot of time in that first one. I think you're going to see a ton of back shoulder throws just like you saw all season long from Lagway to Dallas Wilson. I think he'll get like 7 of them. If I could pencil it in right now and create a bet that there will be 7 25-plus yard back shoulder go-get-it balls to Dallas Wilson, I'd hammer it. And they might not all be 50 yards. Some of them will be right on the sideline, but it's DJ Lagway catch the ball and throw a line drive to Dallas Wilson. If Georgia covers it well, then Florida's in for a long day. But if they don't, and Dallas Wilson's really as special as he's looked all season, well, then that could be 2 or 3 touchdowns right there.
The only Georgia game I've really watched from start to finish was the Alabama game, and I don't know a whole lot about Georgia's defense. They've given up some points, obviously, a lot of points to Tennessee and Alabama. They seem to lock Alabama down pretty well the second half, though. But, I mean, Jayton Ball, they've got to try to run the ball. That's just the Gators. Billy refused to give the ball to him. When he did give the ball to him 30 times against Texas or 25 times against Texas, they won. So hopefully they don't outthink themselves. I don't know. Who knows? The weather's going to be a beautiful day. 72 degrees, no chance of rain. The Gators are on the shady side. I'm not going to get any more sunburn than I should. It's going to be good, So we're going to have a good time. Hamby, you go into the game, need some tickets. I got plenty of good tickets for sale. Anybody needs tickets, just call Hamby and he'll get you in touch with me. 50-yard line club seats, whatever you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hamby's going to be in Vegas. Maybe pounding the other side of that wager.
Hey, man,
yeah.
It's a code red when you guys start bringing up the weather.
The weather and emotional hedge already.
I appreciate it,
And I feel
man.
good about Florida
it.
in this game. Hey, I've got a question for you, Austen. and you guys can jump in on this too. I was thinking about this either yesterday, looking at the Florida-Georgia game, and I think I saw something with Billy Gonzalez says, hey, I'm sitting in my same seat, same spot, in the meeting rooms, blah, 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 out of respect for Billy Napier. Okay. And it got me thinking, it's like this team, one thing we know is that this team liked Billy Napier. Mm-hmm. They really did. They fought for him. They battled for him. They played hard for him. They were still in tune with him. It's not like he lost the locker room. A lot of guys get fired because they lost the locker room. No, he lost the fan base and the big boosters and everybody else and lost games. And so that's why he got fired. Brian Kelly, different scenario, right?
Yeah.
So the interesting part about all that to me is that's where I think you're going to get a lot of fight in this game. I think Billy Gonzalez is going to play, hey, man, these guys invested, including Coach Napier, invested a lot in you guys for games like this. Let's go. It's not win one for the Gipper necessarily, but let's go win one for Coach a bit. And I think there's going to be a sentiment, and that's where you get the bump in situations like this.
Yeah, it's weird because I've experienced this in college and I've experienced it in the pros as well. And, obviously whenever it's happened, you don't necessarily see it happening as a player in that locker room. So it kind of takes you by maybe a little bit of a surprise, regardless of if there's been meetings prior. But when it actually gets announced and everything, you're sitting in that meeting where the AD's talking to you saying, hey, your coach has been let go. There's that initial shock, right? But I always heard the same narrative, whether it was from college or the pros when my head coach got, fired and everything. The guy that comes in to replace him, he makes a couple things known. One, that next year is going to be different, right? So all we have is this year, and whatever happens, some guys will be gone, obviously. Some coaches will be gone. So, literally all we have is this finite time before everything changes. So, they always let you know about that. And then they always kind of reiterate that you have nothing to lose, right? Right now, listen, maybe it's his first time being a head coach, right? And maybe there's an emotional element where the coach that got fired, you feel bad for him. Maybe you feel some sort of responsibility to that, right? But, every single locker room that I've been in, it's always the fact of, guys, we have nothing to lose. So, let's play loose. Let's go out there and do what we have to do, and let's try to win one just for us. It's not necessarily let's do it for Coach Billy and everything. It's you essentially want to play for yourselves, right? Because you're going through a long, drawn-out season where you're losing, and it sucks, and you're almost just in this constant limbo where it's all right, bring on the next game, whatever. But then when that change happens, then it kind of snaps you out. It's like a B12 shot where it's whoa, okay, now this is different. Now let's go to work.
That makes some sense. That's pretty well described. And again, I think they'll try to win one for Billy a little bit, Paul Dozier. And if they don't, it's a good time maybe at halftime or whatever else to just go fishing. So if you got to turn the TV off and go in the go grab your pole, if you're watching at home, what are people catching this weekend?
The weather, we were talking about the weather for the game. The weather's supposed to be beautiful this weekend. So.
Uh-oh. Hold on here. Hold on, Paul.
Hold on a second. Hold that thought, Paul. We kept we had them ready to roll on. Thought I had a nice transition into a beautiful weekend of fishing. Although maybe not really if you think about it because of the hurricane off. Although I don't think there's a lot of impact here on even the coast because it's so far out, but I would be interested to see how much that churns things up from a fishing standpoint.
And also maybe he's having second thoughts now in his bed after my breakdown. Maybe now he's trying to go back and maybe, hey, let's take that +7 with Florida.
That could be the case. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane. By the way, Let's Go Fishing presented by Armor Guard Exteriors, Cutter Helmet of NorthFlorida.com, and Nimnik Buick GMC, where you can experience professional grade at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. Save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s, and you can enjoy 0% financing as well. A lot of different trucks to pick from in their line, including the one that I'm driving right now, a 2024 GMC Sierra, and you can do the same thing. Go test drive right off Phillips Highway, or check them out at NimnikBuickGMC.com. Nobody but Nimnik. I think we're going to get Paul back in the fold here. Just want to get a little quick fishing report before we hit Captain Roger Bump as well. And you got us over there? Oh, it's hot. Doesn't look like we got him. It's overheating.
Oh, okay.
His phone's overheating.
Okay.
Is it that hot outside? Maybe you had it on the dash.
Hoodie season,
Yeah. Hey, Hamby, do we have Captain Roger Bump ready? Let's get to our fishing tip for the week.
Captain Roger Bump here with your Action Sports Inshore Fishing Report for Northeast Florida. And we're coming toward the end of October. We're going to go into November, and finally we're getting some cooler temps, and the speckled trout are responding. Catching a lot of speckled trout, especially anywhere on any creek system that's east of the intercoastal or along the intercoastal. Not too much upriver, but anywhere there's creek systems east or like a half mile west of the intercoastal. As long as you're around the intercoastal, you're going to catch some trout. A lot of reds biting. There's black drum, and the bonus fish is sheep's head. Stick around those bridges or jetty rocks, fiddler crabs. There's a lot of those really chewing lately, especially with this cooler weather as this water temp starts getting into those lower 70 degrees. I'm Captain Roger Bump with this week's Action Inshore Report. Keep catching them.
Not about it. Thanks, Captain Roger Bump. Let's go fishing, presented by Nimnik Buick GMC, Armor Guard Exteriors. Got our helmet at NorthFlorida.com. We're going to try Paul Dozier one more time. I see him here. Hamby, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to try him, but what the heck? Maybe we get the offshore report, considering there's been a hurricane out there the last few days. What you got? Can you hear us, Paul? Yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah, we tried. I jumped the gun. I probably shouldn't have set Hamby up for that.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you win your wager of the game. That's what I got for you, Paul. We'll see you back in studio next week, one way or another. Let's take a break. We're live at Best Bet Jacks, and right on Monument Road. You can check it out, bestbetjacks.com. And noon hour still ahead. We're talking some more football when we come back.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnik, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at NimnikBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnik, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnik Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnik has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnik. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Here you go.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. Like in the grand scheme of like the retro style NFL uniforms, like way better than the Steelers put out there. That abomination,
Oh my God,
unbelievable.
had no business being on any kind of broadcast, let alone a football game. That was, I mean, like if you're Aaron Rodgers, would you? At what point do you just pull the card and say, "Hey, I either no or I'm not playing"? You know, like. Those were ugly. These, like, I get it, and they're a little better now. The brown pants does nothing for anybody, I feel like. But I don't get, like, going back to the 1920s with all these uniforms and stuff.
Well, what's amazing, did we say this the other day or recently, or maybe I was talking to Ty, I don't know, but it's like everybody's uniforms are cool. I think it was Ty. He's like, everybody's uniforms look good. Like you look the Chargers uniform, or even when they do like their throw, like the yellows.
Chargers
I thought were
throwbacks.
fine.
See, I didn't like the yellows.
That.
Yeah.
But so I mean, you'll have 1 or 2 different uniform combinations where people are like, "Nah, I don't really like those."
Yeah.
But most of them, you're like, "Hey, the Dolphins wear whatever the black uniforms. Like those are pretty cool." Like I thought, or somebody wears a new. It's like they've got it figured out, right? Like,
the Guardian cap,
because
though, looks
I guess we're in the
insane.
cycle where 30 years ago looks cool, and it's modernized.
Yeah, the Guardian cap is. Man,
I get what they're trying to do here, and I appreciate these more than the Steelers.
Sure.
Of course.
Yes.
But I'm like, do we really need to honor, 100 years ago?
That's what I'm saying, but, like, see, that's Green Bay, because Green Bay doesn't really have, like, a lot of different, like, I mean, they have, like, the all-white now that they have, which is fine. That looks
cool, right?
Yeah, it looks good. Like, yeah, I don't know if we really have to honor, like, the 1920s players.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
I mean, are there a lot of 1920s players still around? I mean, not trying to be morbid once again, but, like, I don't think so. Right? Yeah. Do you think like their great grandkids are going to these games like, oh, that Grandpa would have loved this? Like, no, probably not.
Grandpa doesn't care about.
Grandpa
clothes.
doesn't care about Guardian caps and
uniforms.
Grandpa would be like, what the hell is a Guardian cap? Wait, you guys have helmets? Excuse me?
That's kind of the
Well, you guys, there's a solid state. What?
That's the beautiful thing about like why you wouldn't have to do this. Is uniforms are a total modern, younger person thing that people care about. The old guys don't care about uniforms.
Sure.
Like, if you're older than 50, probably, you could care less about uniforms.
Yeah.
So you don't have to throw it back to the old days
I know, man.
to recognize them. And that's what's weird about it. Like, I don't understand, other than doing something different, why you're doing it. Like, the Pittsburgh Steelers, like, there are about 5 people that would care if you wore those uniforms.
Exactly.
In Pittsburgh.
Like, listen, I get it in college. Like, for instance, Oregon had, like, the Great Bull Dead jerseys. Well, guess what? Now that Santa Claus would bring one of those for Ronan because, like, he's all about him, right? Like, those make sense. No one's buying the throwback Green Bay Packers jersey. Like, oh, hey.
Well, yeah, you're not going to sell
it. What kid is going to, like, open the gifts from Santa on Christmas Day and hold it up proudly and go, I got the retro throwback, Jordan Love retro jersey. Like, no. You don't want that. That's not cool.
Yeah. How do you feel about Lululemon and the NFL partnership?
Oh, boy.
$168. It's not just a Jags thing, by the way.
Good.
It's all around the league.
Yeah.
But
we're all set with that.
$168 for a sweatshirt.
We're all good. Stick to yoga, No.
Stick to yoga, Lululemon.
I'm not spending. You get it. I'm not spending $168 on anything, let alone a hoodie. And by the way, I'm not trying to be a hater here, but it's not like the hoodie's even like crazy. Like, I'm sure it's comfy. So
it's definitely comfortable.
I hope so. But like, from the design aspect, it's a basic Jaguars hoodie.
Yeah,
$168 in this climate? Nah, we're good.
Yeah, true. In this climate,
we're all set.
I guarantee you, they sell well.
You think they sell well?
Yeah, because you hear everybody complain about them, and then
it.
people buy them. Guarantee it. Guarantee it,
Bro,
man.
Like, you think those Lululemon? Are you saying from the Jaguars or from just like a national, like every team think they're going to sell?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like overall.
I think you're out of your mind.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's dropping $168 for a hoodie.
I bet more than people. I mean, I don't know. I don't go to Lululemon, but how much is T-shirt at Lululemon, and people are buying those?
I don't know, man.
I guess it's like $45 or something for a T-shirt, $50.
Oh,
$60.
sure. I mean, I had some briefs from Lululemon that I had a friend that worked there, so like I got like a discount. And, I mean, make no mistake about it. In terms of my cash and prizes, they've never felt so good. So there's your endorsement, Lululemon.
There you go.
Also, I probably wouldn't pay full price because like I think like the briefs were like $40 or $50 for like a pack of 3.
We are having a drawers battle because I'm going with Saks. That's double X.
What?
But no, I don't think. I mean, maybe people are buying Lululemon hoodies, but I wouldn't. Hamby, like no chance, right?
Oh,
there's no way,
bro. I've never spent that amount of money on a piece of clothing in my life, other than a suit. And that hurt.
What would your wife say if you came home and she's like, "Oh, that's a nice hoodie. How much is that?" And you go, "Well, it's $168." Like, are we talking about like getting lawyers ready right there?
No, actually, I would almost
because I would call somebody on you.
I would almost be allowed to do that, considering all of the plants and stuff that have been bought or have been bought recently.
And all the Harry Potter movies.
Careful.
Yeah, she bought a book
Building
series.
equity.
Hang on, but Hamby, at least like Hamby, but the plants are for the good of the home.
Okay, well,
$168 sweatshirt ain't really helping the home.
I mean, she bought a series of books that she wanted for, I don't know, $70 or something like that the other day.
Okay, I mean, and once again, you can display those in the home as well. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm sorry that your Matthew Stafford Georgia poster isn't probably going to be hanging up, and she took that down. Like, sorry.
It hurts.
Oh, wait, that heavy. It's a safe spot. That actually happened. Did you have like a Georgia poster? She said no, absolutely not.
No,
she did, didn't she?
Well,
she took it down.
No, she didn't take it down. She just never put it up. Didn't take it down.
Not even in the guest room.
Be honest. See, this wasn't any marriage books now, was it? So you had some Georgia memorabilia that I'm sure that you want to display for friends and family that come over. And I'm sure she said something along the lines of, like, it didn't really fit the house aesthetic.
Yeah,
right?
red
like,
doesn't go with
that
the
can
aesthetic.
go, like, in, like, your room or like a man cave. Yeah.
So
I wonder if people are going to buy. It'll be interesting to see what they do. That's an interesting partnership with Lululemon.
Brent, no one's buying it. It's $160.
I guarantee you more people are hiring. I mean, people would spend that much on jeans, right? Are jeans still expensive?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Like they used to be really expensive.
Oh, I know. Like True
I don't know if
Religion
they're
and
still
everything.
expensive.
I assume they're still
I
probably
haven't bought
pricey.
pair of jeans in a while, but I've wear them for 8 years or whatever it is. But I did like I know I spent like I never did spend, and then like you go to like Lucky Brand or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I got 2 for. I was like, I couldn't believe I was spending that amount of money on jeans. I forget what they were at the time. They might have been $70 or something like that. I was like, whoa.
When I went to the Super Bowl in New Orleans for like the parties and everything, I dropped some serious coin on some True Religion jeans. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
So those were expensive.
Not
True
my
Religion.
proudest moment. They weren't cheap, Brent. Yeah, they
Did you
weren't
wear
cheap.
them a lot?
I mean, I got my money's worth for sure.
I was
but
telling
like
Hamby
looking
this.
back on it now, I'm like, what was it? Because they're like almost white. One pair is, and another pair is like red. So I see pictures of myself, and I'm like, what was I thinking?
Well, that happens.
I
That's
know.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I was telling Hamby that I don't necessarily mind spending a little bit more money on something, meaning clothes, I guess.
Sure.
If you know you're going to wear it, like if it's comfortable. Like I'd rather do that than spend, $20 cheaper and not love it. So I'm not wearing it. So it's almost like a per usage standpoint.
It's a quality thing.
So
for
if
sure.
you bought your $168 sweatshirt and you wear it like 3 times a week,
true,
then you're like, well, per usage, this ain't that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Rather than
feel
the stuff
you.
that sits in my closet, because I got a ton of stuff that I'm
No.
like, that doesn't feel good because I feel a little chubby today, so I don't wear it.
So listen, I feel you, but like $168 hoodie, like I would never wash it because, like, heaven forbid, like it shrunk or like the fibers started to break down. Like I would just be like so like self-conscious of like, okay, I can't eat when I'm in the hoodie, like because you spend that much money on a hoodie, man. Like that's got to last you like a decade.
It feels like it does have to last you a while. Daniel
Yeah.
Kilkenny says, I scoff at $168 for a ticket, let alone a hoodie. Well, that's kind of the weird thing, right? Like, you're going to get way more use out of a hoodie than a 3-hour afternoon at a game for $168.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, aren't there worse things to spend on?
Yeah, bro, you pay
Yeah,
for
but
for the game,
Brent,
you
it's
pay for
about wins
experience,
above
though, you know what I'm
replacement.
saying?
Let's
I
think
know.
about this
Right.
from a war perspective, okay? Because it's not you're not comparing the game.
There we go. I like it, Hamby.
You're not
Let's get
comparing
it.
the game to the hoodie, okay? You're comparing that hoodie, $168, to other hoodies, and $168 for a ticket versus other experiences. $168 for an experience like an NFL game.
Fair enough.
Maybe not great for some, but it's not insane.
Yeah.
$168 for a hoodie compared to the normal $60, $70,
Yeah.
$80 hoodie. That's a big difference. It's probably double what most
Yeah.
people are used to paying.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I
That's a
mean,
good
I mean,
call.
for
Above
instance,
replacement. Here we go.
I mean, this is a little advertising. Yeah, like this is a little advertisement now. Like hoodies are a big part of the collection, especially when it's cold outside, right?
Yeah.
So I spent like $50 on this hoodie. It's a Carhartt hoodie. Now, listen, I didn't want to spend $50, but I knew like, okay, this is going to last me a while, right? So like, I mean, I can go out there and bush through the elements. I say bush through the elements like I'm in Wisconsin, like it's 60 degrees, but like I can go out there and like wind isn't cutting through this. You could try to set me on fire and I feel like I'm gonna be okay, right? Like I got and I got offered like 2 J-Tech scholarships just by going outside. Like, oh, this guy's blue collar. Let's get him in to get some HVACs. Like that's what this hoodie brings to the table, right? Like it's $50, but like it serves its purpose. I can't justify spending $168 on a hoodie like when I can spend one for $50, and you know what? It looks pretty much just the same.
Yeah. Well, I told Hamby too. I was like, this stuff, like our Action Sports Shack stuff, is comfortable.
Yeah.
And it certainly didn't cost that, but it's like I was told at the time when I got it, it's like knockoff Lululemon.
Okay.
And
no,
it actually
is
feels
comfy.
pretty good.
So see, it's a little tight on me. So I mean, if I wear that, this is more of like a summer one to me.
Yeah. Of
because
course,
like
yeah,
usually I wear like a shirt underneath my hoodie, and I can't with that because
Yeah.
swole.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's
Well, we don't want me to tell you. I mean,
yeah, we have different reasonings why sometimes we wear the clothes or not. Hey, tonight Baltimore Ravens play the Dolphins. Lamar Jackson's back.
Oh,
Lamar,
Jeff Bezos is thinking that one because man.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
The Dolphins looked really good last week against Atlanta for some reason.
Yeah.
The Ravens win a game. Now they get Lamar back. Are they about to go on a run?
It feels like it.
It does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if you ask Vegas, it feels like it. I forget like what their division odds are.
Oh, really?
But they're still like
still have a good chance.
A good chance, yeah. So I think this is where they rebound. And literally, if you want a another qualification of why Lamar Jackson should be an MVP. Let's watch how this offense plays and how this team looks when Lamar Jackson's on the field, set aside from when he's not on the field.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to watch that. Mm-hmm. How much we think he makes a huge impact. Why wouldn't he? I mean, he's 2-time MVP, but and he could have won it last year. Could be 3-time MVP. But we're about to find out if he can rescue them. Like, there's this feeling where, like, if Joe Burrow comes back based on what he did last year at the end of the run, how good of a player he is, if he comes back at some point, they might roll off 3-4 in a row to finish the season if they can be in position. I think Lamar said it this week. He's like, well, basically it feels like we got to win almost every game now. Now, I'm not sure they have to do that. What are they, 2-5?
Something like that.
I think they're 2-5.
It does feel like that.
But they're only, 2 games out in the division.
Yeah.
Like the Jags are 4-3 and 2 games out. Ravens are 2-5 and 2 games out. So they're right there, and they maybe have already played Pittsburgh once. I'm not sure, but
no. But listen, that division's playing hot potato right now.
Yeah, the division's going nowhere.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah. So I think that part's fascinating. That they could be right where you need to be, and it looked like a lost season for Lamar and Baltimore. Now he's got to stay healthy, because you never know with the hamstrings.
Yeah.
So how limited will he be? But they really sat him for a good amount of time. It feels like they were like, hey, we're not gonna bring him back early. We're not gonna bring him back early, and they're not forced to at this juncture of the season. A lot of times late in the season, like they might bring Joe Burrow back early because they might be forced to if they think that they're in the mix.
Yeah.
It'll be something to watch. Let's take a time out here in the Brent and Austin Show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. We are live at Best Bet Jacks. And thanks for hanging out with us here on a Thursday edition on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
for the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jag Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Hey, that's UNF men's basketball coach Bobby Kennan and the UNF Ospreys. Ken Jackson from Episcopal went to JU for a year, now transferred into the UNF Ospreys. And congrats to Bobby Kennan and the UNF Ospreys for getting a dub last night. Now, it didn't mean anything overall. But nice crowd on hand for an exhibition game against Warner. Ospreys look pretty good, and so he's got a game under his belt. Now they go play the national champs next week to open the season. Thursday in Gainesville will be a ring ceremony for the Gators and also the debut, the official debut for Bobby Kennan as he takes over from Matthew Driscoll as the head coach at the University of North Florida. By the way, Talent Talk each and every day, each and every week on Tuesdays, 2 p.m. until 3 p.m. We talk a bunch of Ospreys athletics. And we had cross country and track and field and soccer, and Bobby joined us on Tuesday. We're going to be live from the locker rooms, the new locker rooms that were just debuted and unveiled for the men's and women's basketball team and volleyball team on campus. So that will be next Tuesday for Talent Talk, 2 p.m. until 3 p.m. We replay it all the time as well, including today. We've got a heck of a lineup today on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Started with Miller and Moulton. We're here live from Best Bet Jacks Brent and Austen show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Me O'Brien and Club 904 at 1 o'clock right here on the network. And then at 2 o'clock, Fleet and Footy with Stuart Weber and Louis Lorandi. And there's some news from Robert Palmer, the owner of the Jacksonville Armada, out. So they'll have that coming up at 2 o'clock on Fleet and Footy. And let's see what else we got. Oh, and then at 4 o'clock, Talent Talk replays. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, we are doing a special high school night because if you don't know this, but it's really been tale as old as time now here in Jacksonville, during Florida-Georgia week, Duval County will play on Thursdays. And the reason they do that is because the amount of security needed for Florida-Georgia week, RV City, all the different festivities, there's not enough to also get them to high school football games on Friday, so they spread it out. They put the games on Thursday for the most part in Duval County, so we always have games. Well, I think on top of that, Halloween being on Friday, I think a lot of schools in St. Johns County and even some other schools, I know Clay County, there are a couple playing on Thursday night. So we actually have a ton of games tonight, and for that reason, we are going to do a game of the week, a Whataburger game of the week with good game, St. Augustine and Mandarin.
Yep.
So that will be a fun one, only one loss combined between those two. Then we also are going to do a special Friday night Farrah Friday Night Zone Blitz on a Thursday from 8:30 until 10. We're going to do a special Friday night blitz at 11:15 on CBS 47, Fox 30. So we've got all that going on tonight, and then we'll do our normal stuff tomorrow night. So we'll have 2 nights of high school football, and tomorrow's game of the week is Bowls at Columbia. Another good one. 2 really good programs, and you can watch all the play-by-play of that with Noah Schlicksup and Chandler Dantzler and Brody McGuff on our Action Sports Shacks 24/7 network, actionsportshacks.com. If you are out of town, tonight we have Jaguars All Access with Trevor Lawrence, and that will also play live on the Action Sports Shacks 24/7 network at 7 o'clock. So if you're not in town, you can watch it on Fox 30, obviously on TV. But if you're out of town, you can actually watch Trevor on All Access at Strings. So that's a lot.
It's a lot,
We
man.
got a lot going on. It's a busy week. It's a fun week in Jacksonville. Then we're off to Vegas. I have assigned Jason Hamby a role as he makes his debut Jags trip. And I said, you have to pick the place to eat in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So I will wine and dine him.
You got to pick the bail bondsman that we're going to go with if it goes down. That's a little better.
That's
okay.
actually something I'm not probably that concerned about with Hamby.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. But you never know, man. It's Vegas.
You never know.
Brings
You
out the
never
worst
know.
in everybody sometimes.
You know, I
just need to know if we're like on the Lululemon jacket type budget, or like, hey, you know.
Well, hey, I mean, I can put you guys in the right. If you guys like sushi and you want all you can eat sushi and Chinese food, I can point you in the right direction. Some of the best sushi you're ever going to have.
Really?
If you guys are interested in that.
Hamby, you a sushi guy or no?
Nope.
Taking the wrong guy with Brent.
I mean,
just go to Subway then, Brent.
Sushi.
Just go to McDonald's, get some chicken nuggets for the child.
Let me
you know,
guess.
like,
Are you a vegan? I mean, you want to go to Chipotle? What do we got?
Just take McDonald's, get his chicken nuggies with some sauce.
No.
I know you're not. I was just kidding.
I'm going
Does
to
that
come up with a
eliminate
good
my
price.
steakhouse options?
Hamby, you don't do sushi, huh?
No, I can't do. I love going to fancy sushi. Free shout, I guess, because chicken and rice and hibachi and all that. Like,
yeah,
I could eat it every day.
Well,
but,
so you could get hibachi here.
Oh, you can get everything there. Yeah, I mean, like literally all you can eat, like really good ribs, like the Korean barbecue ribs.
Hamby,
but
might not be bad.
I mean, listen, man, they have like all the other stuff too that you can get. You know, like at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
But like they're known for their sushi.
I don't crave anything real. I don't know about anything, but not much.
Yeah.
I actually crave Chinese food sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like
I do it. That's my cheat meal every Sunday.
Sunday.
I'll do Chinese food. Yep.
How about that?
It's my go-to.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to give us that place.
I'll give you the
Maybe
place.
Hamby does that. Like, there's some good Italian spots or steakhouses, and Hamby, I don't know what the budget is, but I'll chip in. Like the station budget is one thing, but I'll chip in as an appreciation of your work that you've done.
It depends how the sports books go. Budget could be big.
I know I'm cashing one in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hamby might be probably placing a bet down as well.
I don't know if Steph wants me to spend that on Hamby, but
I mean, Hamby, you put that $1 down for a 10-team parlay or something like that. Now we're talking,
guys. I have cashed 3 straight games in the World Series of plus 500 odds or better. I'm up $50 in 3 games. You guys are hating.
That's
I've risked
pretty
5. I've only done 3 bets. It's not like I've done multiple. I cashed 1 to win 20, game 3, a 1 to win 15, and a 2 to win 10 last night. So I'm 3 straight.
Yep.
I'm on a heater.
And here comes Florida Georgia weekend to crush your hopes.
It probably will.
Yeah, it probably will. Well, that's a really good trend that could certainly happen. Yeah, so you picked the spot, Hamby, though I like this now. You're going to have to tell us about that spot.
I'll send you information, man.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Every time I go there to Vegas, I go to the spot.
I like that. And you've been there now multiple times.
I've been there a couple times, yeah.
Do you eat like pretty well when you go out there anyway? Do you go out or do you cook in most of the time? Like when you were out there all those...
When I'm in Vegas?
For those weeks
Yeah,
of
for those weeks training. Well, that's the cool thing about the UFC.
Because you can drink at the thing, right?
Well, yeah, they have all they make every meal for you.
Yeah,
and then you get take-home meals as well.
That's what I was thinking of.
If it's the weekend, though, like, yeah, I'll go out to some restaurants. Because it's so diverse in, like, Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I mean, anything you're in the mood for, man, you can definitely find.
You know, like, you get, let's say you go to Disney, right? Or something in those kind of areas, and you get, what's the one? Rainforest Cafe type of deal.
Sure.
Right? So Rainforest Cafe is, like, with all due respect, like, it's not terrible, but it's so overpriced.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's not like you know it's overpriced.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't even have to be in Disney. It's just in Orlando, and it's way overpriced. But the thing that was interesting about Vegas, I was like, okay, this is going to be way overpriced because it's who's the cook guy that's on Fox, Gordon Ramsay.
Oh,
right. So it's
Hell's
like
Kitchen.
Gordon Ramsay's place.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, this is going to be like, because it's got his name on it, it's going to be like the burger I got last week at you name it.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, like, it was pretty pricey because everything's pricey in Vegas now, but it was really good.
Well,
so, like, the food
yeah.
was actually, like, really, really good.
So you can find like legit like restaurants and buffets that are pretty like actually like economical compared to like other cities.
I bet.
Just because like that's not like what's going to bring you. Like, that's not what's bringing people there. It's the gambling.
My
right?
dad used to tell me that because he had gone like, this is way back. It's really changed.
Yeah, yeah.
It used to be you could go fly, stay, and eat in Vegas for like nothing.
Of course,
like nothing.
Like, for instance, that all-you-can-eat sushi spot that I swear by, it's only like $32 for all you can eat. All you can eat. Brent, last time I was there, I had 8 rolls. I almost got sick, but I had 8 rolls. And I'm not saying like 8 like little California rolls. I'm saying like the big ones that feature like sometimes like the blowtorch to it and everything. 8 rolls, Brent.
Have you ever tried sushi, Hammy?
Yeah. It's not my thing.
Oh, you have tried. Okay.
Well, okay. When you say you tried it, you just try one roll and that because sushi, man. There's a lot of different.
There are.
types
Like I
you
don't
can
even know
get,
what I'm
like,
eating half the time.
Right. Well, first of all, I'm not a seafood guy. Like I'll pretty much eat any type of meat. Love it. Not a fish guy, as I think we've said during Let's Go Fishing.
Yeah, you've said that.
Sure.
You have said that. So that does kind of alter the scales a bit.
A little bit. Shrimp too is out
I'll
of the
eat
category.
shrimp.
Crab, nothing.
I'll
huh?
eat shrimp.
Okay.
It's not my favorite, but I'll eat it.
Okay.
You guys are teeing me up perfect because I love the sushi here at Best Bet Jack's. Mm-hmm. Fries and sushi.
And I've had it before too. And
it's really good.
I can vouch for that.
And the tray,
it's delicious.
right here, right at the final table.
Yep.
We're going to talk about World Poker Tour coming up in just a bit. Anything else? Does Hamby need to know anything else about Vegas?
Oh man,
and the trip out there. Like I got to.
Yeah.
Do I have to show him around? Like I don't want to babysit Hamby. Like I'm not a tour guide.
I feel you,
like,
man.
I don't like. I probably should do that. I'm not really into doing that, but I will do it if I've got to do it.
A couple words of advice. I mean, Hamby's a big music guy, and then there's always great concerts like playing around Vegas, any kind of genre, Hamby. So if you do get so inclined to go to a show or a concert, just a little forewarning that it'll say, like, for instance, I'll give you a band. I don't know, like, okay, Rush, whatever. Like, Rush is playing at the Hard Rock Hotel at 8 o'clock. It's not going to start till like 11. So, like, don't. And I made this mistake one time with a electronic DJ named Deadmau5, where it said Deadmau5 playing at 10 o'clock. Didn't start till like 2. Yeah, it didn't start till 2 in the morning. So don't get confused with the times and everything. Like, it's Vegas time. No one goes to sleep there. So, like, don't like make a schedule have to be at a certain time because odds are it'll start hours later. Definitely, you got to check out this strip just to people watch. Doesn't cost you anything to people watch and just kind of post up a little bit. And I also recommend going to Fremont Street because Fremont Street is like the local strip.
Can you handle Fremont Street?
You may not be able to handle Fremont Street, Hamby, but like that's where like all like you have the strip where it's like you got to put on your your best you got to put on your $168 hoodie.
Yeah.
You go to Fremont Street, clothing optional. You know what I'm saying? Now it's gonna be chilly, so probably bring a hoodie. But I'm saying clothing optional at Fremont Street.
Hard pass.
There you go, Hamby. Hamby, all you got to do is pick the restaurant. Although I'm telling you what, right now, Austin might have picked it.
I'm telling you, man, like you're not going to go wrong with that. They have great food there.
Is it right down the strip, though, or is it outside?
Do you know where Tropicana is, the hotel? It's kind of like it's not on the strip, but it's a couple miles out. Yeah, so it's right out. So it's like
it's not way out or anything.
No, but the access to it's easy.
Yeah.
It's never really that crowded, but it's considered one of the best all-you-can-eat sushi spots in Vegas.
Can you get us a tour to the Apex? Because we'll drive by that.
Ooh, I could maybe make some calls.
Would it be worth it?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Okay, don't
I
worry
mean,
about
what do you want to see? Like, Brent, you've seen the Jaguars facilities, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a cool build. Like the buildings.
Oh no,
pretty good from the highway. I've seen the building.
It's cool. I mean, the cool thing I would say
the
about
UFC
that
Apex is
if you don't know who's going to be in there. Like, I don't know if
but I
would
wouldn't
go
be, like,
crazy for
starstruck.
MMA or boxing or wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool, but I wouldn't go out of my way.
I got you. All right, there we go. Don't lose money. Find a nice restaurant. Don't get arrested.
There you go, man.
That's the simple rules.
Yeah.
Of Vegas, this trip at least for us.
No problem.
Here in Hamby. And he's just going to want to watch the Georgia game in the hotel anyway. But that'll be over. That'll be over by 4:00 our time in Vegas.
Yeah. And once again, man, like I like Hamby how he is. So like let him be comfortable, right? Like, let's not try to push the envelope too much here.
Well,
Okay.
listen, I'm not really the push the envelope guy either on the road. Just to let you know,
I hear you.
I'm not hanging out till 4 in the morning.
I don't know, Brent. We hanging out that one time in Atlanta pretty late.
We did.
Yeah,
that was probably the latest I've been on the road. Nah, that's not true.
Yeah, it's more my fault.
Like way back, like 15 years ago, we covered the Gators national championship. We were down in Miami for that, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And we were near the elbow room, and we would literally one of the top 3 weeks I've worked, the most I've ever worked, was that week.
Okay.
And we would stay out till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And start again at like 6 a.m. And honestly, I wasn't running hard, but I was there for it.
For sure.
You know?
Yep.
So, yeah, that was a wild one. But that won't be the case in Vegas. I promise that.
There you go.
Hamby. All right, let's take a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. A big few weeks right here at Best Bet Jacks. You can read about it, bestbetjacks.com. You can hear about it coming up next with our next guest here on the Brent and Austen Show, the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
There you go, the WPT, October 30th. That is today. That's why we're here at Best Bet Jacks. It's starting up all the way through November 18th with the champion event for a week long, basically. And how about $1 million guarantee? Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby, Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. And we brought in the closer.
That's right. I'm here to handle the light duty.
Jesse Hollander from Best Bet. All right,
up the scraps.
You got to, again, I always tell you, I come attack this from a casual point of view. How big is this event? It seems pretty darn big. One, because we're here, but it also lasts 3 weeks. It's got $1 million guarantee attached to it. And what takes place for like all those days until you get to November 13th, which is obviously that championship round, and somebody ending up right here on the final table?
Sure. So this is our biggest event of the year. It's our longest series of the year. We start off today, and we start with event number 1, which is a multi-flight tournament. It's a $400 buy-in with a $200,000 guaranteed prize pool. And you can play in that today, tonight, tomorrow night. It's noon and 5 are the flights. And then Saturday there's 2. And everybody who makes it to effectively 10% of the field comes back Sunday and plays it down to a winner. Then we have preliminary events all week with satellites. Satellites are a way to win your way into a bigger event. So our championship event is a $5,000 buy-in, but if you don't want to pay $5,000, you can pay $580 and win your way into that $5,000 throughout the week. And then next weekend we have a really cool event. It's called the Mystery Bounty event. It's a $300,000 guaranteed prize pool. It's $1,700 buy-in. You can play Friday, Saturday, and due to the holiday, we're changing it around a little bit. There's Veterans Day, so we can play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, and everybody comes back on Tuesday to finish it out.
Oh, cool. And we've been there for the Mystery Bounty. How's that work?
It's
Again,
a lot of fun. We take $500 out of every player's entry, and then once you reach the money, every person has a bounty on their head, but you don't know what it's going to be.
I see.
It could be anywhere from $500 up to $50,000.
Wow.
So you knock somebody out, you go pull an envelope and see what it is, and hope you get lucky and get that $50,000.
That's pretty cool. So, I mean, you're going to have some great energy in here over the next few weeks with all that happening, right? And then culminates at the end of the day, November 13th to 18th, and that'll be a big time with all the winners trying to win big.
Yeah, that's the big one. That's the $1 million guaranteed prize pool. We always get a big field. And, there's always way over $1 million in the prize pool, usually between 1.5 and 2 million. So you can, it's a big time, we get a lot of pros come in, a lot of people travel. The energy is good. The World Poker Tour and their staff come. So we really look forward to this 3-week period as our Super Bowl of the year.
When you say 1.5 to 2 million, what will a winner walk away with?
Winner probably 400,000.
Wow, not a bad week's work.
Not a bad week's work. Just pick up 400,000 and
there's
buy a
some
house.
stress involved in that work, but
Yeah,
certainly not a bad week's work. You guys have a lot going on. Obviously, we're here on Monument Road. BestBetJacks.com is a place to check out all these different things that Jesse's talking about. But down in St. Augustine, how's football season gone down in St. Aug with the Aces Bar and Grill and all the TVs, all this hype around whether it's the Jags or maybe it's Florida, Georgia this weekend.
Right.
People taking advantage, or are people not taking advantage enough? It's a great spot to be able to watch the games, play some games, eat some food, have some drink. One-stop shop for all that down at the new St. Augustine location.
That's right. It really is a cool place to see a game, because aside, like you said, we have all the TVs, we have all the games up, and you can also, while you're watching, sit there and you can play some table games, some Ultimate Texas Hold'em, or some poker. And during select NFL games on Sunday, Monday night, and Thursday night, we do what's called the lucky seat drawing. So anytime somebody scores a touchdown, we just do a random drawing from every seated player in the entire room, whether it's poker or table games, and they win $100. If it's the Jags, if you're lucky enough to be there when the Jags play and score a touchdown, it's worth $300.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. So, again, if you haven't checked that out, and you don't need to play, I guess, right?
No,
Poker and table games. You
and
go have a food and drink, hang out with some buddies, some people, family, whatever it is, and watch all the games as well. And then if you could maybe lay a wager, too, so you pay for your meal.
That's right. That's right.
That's the hope.
There are places you can wager now in the state of Florida, and you can wager there on your phone and then watch the game right there at the bar.
You got it all going on right there. Jesse Hollander with us. You've got a long list. What else is there to look forward to around the holiday season after even the WPT? What's coming up for the holiday folks that might take a break and looking for a night out? I'm assuming you have some charity events usually around the holiday time too.
Yeah, we have a lot of events. We also give away honey baked hams starting the 1st of November here in Jacksonville at the Jacksonville location. All high hand winners Monday through Thursday also receive an 8-pound honey baked ham.
How about that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Have you been doing that a while?
We have been doing that a while, and you know what's funny is one year we took off. We said, maybe people really don't like these hams. And everybody complained. They're like, wait a minute, where's my ham? I want to be able to win my ham.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody didn't like that ham. But then they got used to that ham, right? They wanted a piece of that.
Now they want it every year. So we bring it back, and it is a really cool thing to win because they're very expensive. If you go to the store,
they are
$90 or something.
Yeah, no, probably even more now.
It's a good win. So we have that, and we have, the World Poker Tour all through November here in Jax. We'll have, in December, we'll do our 12 Days of Christmas cash giveaways, the 12th through the 23rd. There's tournaments going on at Orange Park and St. Augustine location throughout November. I think we have one day in St. Augustine towards the end of November, $40K guarantee. And
Hamby, that's the one we might get you in. Now, I got to buy into that for $400. We're looking at that. It's going to cost me $400 to get you in for the chance to win $40,000.
A prize pool of $40,000.
I mean, sorry, a prize pool of $40,000.
So you can win about $8,000-$10,000.
Can you handle that, Hamby? Like, are you good enough to handle that kind of atmosphere in a one-day? Or starting at noon, you might have to go all the way till 10 or 11. Are you conditioned enough to do it? You think we can find the time for you to do that?
The hours would not be an issue. So I think this could be our option here. How many participants?
We're going to look up the exact date, see if it fits. Yeah, how many people get into an event like that?
Around 100 to 200, somewhere in there, depending on the day. We get over 100, so 150, 200.
There you go. You like your odds there, Hamby, just to get in the money?
Yeah, 12.5% make the money.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go to bestbetjacks.com right now and look at it.
All right. We're going to try
it. It should be up on the November calendars.
Again, this isn't like I don't have to pay this off. He says he's a pretty good poker player. He likes it. He enjoys it. I said, all right, I'm going to get you in. You're representing the show.
Yeah.
You're our guy. Like this is like NIL money for him.
That's perfect. The NIL money. That's awesome.
So we are sponsoring Hamby. So we've been looking to do it. This might be a great opportunity. We're going to see if the date matches up. One day like that I think is perfect. Down there in St. Augustine.
I don't have the exact date.
We'll do the show down there live.
Yep.
We'll get somebody else to produce it. We'll have Hamby down there. We'll tee it all up, and then he's got to go to the table. Now, I know we can't take live, obviously, camera of him at the table, but we'll get updates.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
update people
figure
throughout the
something
day. Yeah. All right. That's what we're doing. We're going to try to do it. We'll see if November fits, but we'll try to do that. One other thing about the holidays, remind me, are you guys closed on, Thanksgiving, Christmas?
We open late on Thanksgiving. I think that I should have here. We open at here. We also we have the deep stack, the Turkey Bowl deep stack bounty. I think this is the 13th annual.
Oh, wow, cool.
So that's
on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving, it's a $300 buy-in at 7 o'clock, and we open at 6 p.m.
Okay. So you get the day and then come in at night. Be tired of the family by then anyway.
Yeah, come in at 6, get registered for the Turkey Bowl deep stack, and it's always a very big field that night.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
This is what's amazing. I always think it's amazing. I love folks here at Best Bet. I don't know who puts together this calendar, but you got some events going on.
There's little things going on.
I know you probably can't read that from afar, but that is there's a lot going on here at Best Bet, Jax.
There's always something happening.
Which I love. I think that's cool. Yeah. It never ends. It's just like a constant cycle of something going on. All right, Jesse Hollander, great to see you, man.
Guys.
Hey, by the way, great fishing picture. Nice shirt. Great fish.
That was great, huh?
That was great.
Yeah.
Good
time.
That was awesome. I got to go to Saratoga, Wyoming. You've got me interested.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In the fall.
In the fall, yeah. Probably not in the winter. Right. Check out bestbetjax.com for the latest on the WPT. Starts today all the way through November 18th. $1 million guarantee. Going to be a lot of fun around here at Best Bet. But don't forget the other locations, Orange Park and St. Augustine as well. All right, that's it for us. We will get after it again tomorrow. I'll be live from the Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame luncheon as I MC that, but we'll do the show from over there as well. We also have our weekend wagers and our picks as well tomorrow. So we'll put a bow on the week and get set for a huge weekend in Jacksonville from high school football, Florida-Georgia game, and, of course, the Jags out in Vegas with a big game coming off the bye week. We will see you tonight at String Sports Brewery. Trevor Lawrence, our guest on Jaguars All Access, 7 o'clock. You can watch it on the network. You can watch it on Fox 30. Bunch of high school coverage tonight as well. But coming up next, it's Club 904 with me, O'Brien, followed by Fleet and Footy, talking some soccer at 2 o'clock.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jags Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jags Beach on Penman Road.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatone